Hey, what's up, everybody? I am back. Hi and hello, podcast. What's good, pimp? How you feeling? How's your mom? How's your dad? How's your cousin? How's your grandma? How's your grandpa? How's your librarian? When was the last time you talked to your librarian? Bake her a pie, man. Holidays are coming up. Speaking of holidays, Halloween came by in a flash. There it was. There it went. We got Thanksgiving coming up, and we're going to do all kinds of podcasting on Thanksgiving because it's a time to give thanks. It's a time to bring everyone together to share a meal and to share stories from the year and to talk about what we're all trying to buy on Black Friday. And I might even do some Black Friday podcasting with people in line. So we'll see where I'm at when that happens. Few points of business. Don't forget, as always, to follow us on social media. HiandHelloPodcast@gmail.com is our email if you'd like to tell us about your story, if you want to be on the show, if you got something you're trying to pimp. We're more than happy to help you with that. We got a fishbowl now. The fishbowl is very important. The fishbowl is how you get to interact with us. So feel free to email us. The email I gave you earlier, at gmail.com, HiandHelloPodcast. Or hit us up on Instagram, on Facebook. We don't do Twitter, but we have a TikTok now, which is just adorable. Each week, we're going to do a story on either of those platforms saying, hey, this week we want to talk about this subject. If you have anything you'd like to contribute, or if you have a story you want to share, we'd be fucking tickled pink to hear about it. Also redoing the show a little bit. So the show now is going to be broken into a couple episodes a week if I can do this right. January is going to be a big month for us here in Illinois. So if everything can fall on the table just right, I'm hoping to have 3 hours a week to put out there. And hopefully that helps us grow a little audience. Hopefully it helps you guys find us more. You know what I'm saying? If you've already found us, thank you very much. If you just scrolled past this, I understand. We'll definitely get your attention at one point or another. Got a new piece of podcasting equipment so it doesn't sound like I'm halfway across the world when I'm interviewing somebody. That's beautiful, to be honest. That's been just fucking meant to be real. You know, everything's been going good. I had this goal to do a bunch of scripts by the end of the year, and I'm happy to say I'm close. I'm close to my goal. I might not hit it, but I'm gonna hustle it out to the end. So we'll see how that goes. Today's episode, I have Jess and Matthias, my lovely wife, and the lovely friend of ours who married us. That's right, we sit around, talk about all the events we've been to lately. Jess and I recall our trip to go meet Joe Russo with Jerome, and we met a little fella who sat in line with us for about 7.5 hours, and you're going to hear in the episode there's a couple blank spots. I cut the kid's name out of it, just because, I mean, I don't need some kid to be calling me out on the internet to be like, hey man, I was there and you told me I was a fucking cool guy, and then on the show you called me a fucking dork. So I just cut the kid out of it. But we do miss you dearly, buddy. Past that, we talk about going to the REBOOT ROADSHOW, Kevin Smith's new Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back picture. That was fun as hell, and once again, I'm getting ahead of myself. Just listen to the episode. It's a good time. I know you see 2 hours, a little over. It's short and sweet once you get rolling into it. If you don't listen to it all, that's fine. If you listen to enough of it, give us a thumbs up, give us a subscribe. If you're on Podbean or Stitcher Radio and you found us, welcome. Listen to some old episodes. Get acquainted with the show because it's about to take a little bit of a left turn. Other than that, enjoy the episode. I'm going to let you guys jump right into it. Hello Podcast, all social medias. This new episode starts in 3, 2, 1. Try talking.
I'm trying
as well.
I'm trying to
and
talk.
It is what it is, man.
See, I think we're going just fine, but I don't know if any of these plugins
Doesn't look like it fits. That doesn't fit.
That doesn't fit, man.
get on it, right?
I mean, that was like hot dog down a hallway didn't
yeah,
fit.
Man, you need an adapter for that shit.
There's got to be a way to do it.
Buzzing. Sir,
think
as
so.
a former Radio Shack employee,
Line inputs.
you need a
All of us are
you-
former Radio
outputs.
Shack employees.
You need a male 1/4-inch
There's
adapter
gotta be a
to
way.
a
You need
a 1/4-inch
female
adapter to
3.5
it.
millimeter adapter, sir.
at it.
Yes, but it is. Yeah,
That's
but
a
doesn't
headphone.
have. No.
No,
Well,
that's
why?
a 1/4-inch.
No, that's a
That's
quarter
a
inch.
quarter inch?
That's a
That's a
quarter
quarter
inch.
This might
inch.
be a quarter
No,
inch.
they're both the
No,
same
they're
size.
both quarter inch.
We got quarter
You
inches.
need a
You're high.
1/4-inch. You need a male
is a quarter
1/4-inch
inch.
to female.
Well, now I'm just gonna sit here.
3.5.
Now I'm
Eighth
just gonna
inch.
sit here with headphones on, not plugged into nothing. Dropping
mean-
my hat.
I
It
mean,
was plugged in before. What happened?
I feel like everyone
Sir,
is
you're
too
a Radio
close
it was
to the
Shack
plugged in before. We were
employee.
just listening to it.
We were listening to it, but it was after it recorded off of this box, and then the box takes what
What
we
if you were
say.
to plug it into your computer?
Motherfuck, dude!
did you
just
things Matty is wrong about?
things Matty is wrong about.
This episode of High and Hello is brought to you.
HIGANDHELLO. My God, Hi and Hello. What's up, kids? Welcome to another episode of Hi and Hello. We have a new piece of equipment that is just pissing me off. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna figure this box out, and everything's gonna be groovy in like a week or two.
Yeah.
But just going off the cuff, I think we're doing okay. At least it's recording, and all that shit can be brought up later. But my God, do I hate technology.
It sounds like it's working.
I think that's just your voice.
I mean, I can hear you guys. Now, granted, we're talking to each other.
Right.
In the same room.
In the same room.
So your ears are working.
My ears are working just fine. So that tells me that it's working.
I'm fine with that. Folks, hope you're all doing well. This episode of Hi and Hello is brought to you in part by what was the
Stank.
by Stank?
Yes.
That's what our read is this week?
Yeah.
Stank. Stank's an acronym for Matty, what's the first part of the acronym? STANK.
Yeah, okay, so I mean everybody should know this, obviously, because Stank is a popular conglomerate. But Stank, the S stands for smolder.
Smoldering, obviously.
Yeah. No, smolder. Smolder those
This might
ants.
get ants?
Around? Was it around? Or was it
Yeah,
not? No, it's
smolder
ants.
those ants now. Kids. And basically Stank is they are a toy that you can buy online. You can only buy this online at stank.com. Go to stank.com. And basically it allows you, it's a magnifying glass that you can buy for your kids to smolder, to burn ants.
Oh, I'm just getting this in. Stank would like our listeners to know that magnifying glass is trademarked, so we're not allowed to technically say magnifying glass, I don't think. So let's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, American Science and Industry has that patent, I believe.
Oh, okay. Then let me reword it this way. Stank, go to stank.com and buy our glass that burns ants alive.
That burns ants alive. Stank.com.
Stank.com.
Folks. Yeah.
When you're ready to have some fun, it's stank.com. Yeah.
Yeah. That concludes the first ad of the podcast. We have done a bunch of fun shit lately, seen a bunch of cool people.
Yes, we have.
And we're going to talk about it. So real quick, Matty, we're going to fill you in on the time we got to go meet Joe Russo.
Yes, please.
Did you hear about this
Yes.
yet?
All right. So I
Yes.
remember I was on the train. I was heading to work. It was early in the morning, like 3 or 4 months before you guys were going to do it. And I get a text saying, "Hey, what are you guys doing August such and such?"
Right.
And I'm like, well, I work at 8 a.m. on August such and such.
God, I forget you have a big boy job.
And I was like, I was like, what are you guys doing? And you're like, we're going to go see the Russos. We're going to go meet them. They're doing this meet and greet at a Best and Buy.
A best and buy.
And I said, I'm sorry, I can't do that. I can't take off work to go to a Best Buy and meet Joe Russo. Joe and Anthony Russo?
No.
Okay. But
Only
Joe
Joe.
Russo was there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So please, since you guys were able to go and I wasn't, please tell me the story.
It was unseasonably cold for August.
Unseasonably cold, to say the least.
Unseasonably.
It was pretty chilled. It was also...
I had a Columbia fleece.
We got up, at 4 a.m.?
Yep.
Got up at 4 a.m. to go to a Best Buy on the west side of Chicago.
Didn't open till 10.
Didn't open till 10.
The meet and greet.
Sat outside. I remember when we pulled up seeing maybe 15 people lined up and was like, oh, perfect, right? We're here way earlier than we should be.
How early were you guys?
7 hours.
All right. Wow.
7.5 roughly.
7.5 hours.
7.5 hours.
It gets worse.
It gets a little worse, but it's not as bad as you'd think. So get up, get there, maybe $15, $20 car ride, right?
If that, yeah.
Got our snacks. We packed some snacks because we knew we were just going to be in line all day, all morning at least. And sure enough, got there, maybe 15 people lined up from the start, and then the line started to wrap. And as we were going to find our spot in line, it just kept going around this Best Buy. And I remember thinking there's only 100 slots that they're letting people go into, right? There's only allowed to be 100. That's
How many people were in front of you?
102
Were in front of you.
were in front of us. 102
And you got there
at 4 a.m.
at 4 a.m.
The first
and there were
person-
already 102 people there.
Yes. And they said that they weren't going to allow anyone to actually like camp out. So we didn't, or else I would have camped out.
Absolutely.
Just
What do they define camp out as? What did that
actually
mean?
having a tent, I think. But ironically, there was tents because everyone who could have like
Did they tell them to go F off or like what?
no, because anyone who would have given a fuck went home.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like no one is. This isn't an iPhone release, but it in some weird way it's a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? It's like an experience. How often?
A lot better.
Yeah.
It's a lot better than iPhone.
It's
release.
Joe fucking Russo, dude.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome.
It was beautiful. Jess, what did you think about being 100 in line at 4 a.m?
Well, we're not even into the rest of the story yet.
Oh yeah, not even.
But-
I just want her first impression.
Yeah.
I mean, when we drove up, like he was saying, there's probably 15 people on the front side of the Best Buy. And we were like, oh, okay, perfect. We're going to be right at the edge. We'll be in. It'll be great. And we looped the corner, and it just kept going. And then we looped back, and we're in the loading bay of the Best Buy. And I was like, this is terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. It's cold and, like, you know that
How
early
cold was it?
morning? I don't know, like maybe 50? But
That
it's 50
sucks, especially in the
August.
summer.
Yeah. And it was like, you know, like when it's super early morning and it's still like the dew and like the fog and all that is out.
Beautiful.
Beautiful, yes, if you're driving and you're loving life. And I was not. I was sitting on the ground in the cold. But other than that, it was pretty fine. We got to hang out with our other friend. The wait wasn't terrible. It was just the not knowing if we were going to actually be like getting to see Joe or if we were just wasting 7 hours of our life. You know?
It was a real fucking toss up.
Yeah.
Like we weren't guaranteed the chance to actually go see this guy.
Did they tell you before you got in line that we're only letting 100 people in?
There
Well, that's
wasn't
what, like,
anyone
the-
there until like 7 a.m.
Yeah.
So not for the first.
So you had
3
already been
hours.
waiting 3 hours, and then you find out, listen, we're only
Maybe-
letting people up to here in.
Well, so the ad on the radio, TV, however they announced it, said the first 100 people get to meet Joe. So we got there and we were counting.
What do the other 5,000 people get to do?
They get to fuck off.
So it was the We Love You 3000 tour, right?
Yeah.
And once again, the only reason I heard about this to like tell Jess and you know our friend Jerome who went with us was because of Kevin Smith. He was doing the IMDb boat tour thing, or the IMDb
the
boat
IMDb boat for Comic-Con.
for Comic-Con,
Yeah.
yeah. And on there, he was talking to the Russos, and he was like, "You guys are about to go on tour yourselves," and they gave him this look of like, "Shut the fuck up, dude."
That's
Like,
right.
Yeah.
That's
they were
right.
Like, yep, we're not going to talk about it. Skip forward. They weren't trying to publicize it. Thank you. My fucking mouth's dumb today. Yeah. They weren't trying to really put a lot of media attention towards it. They were just trying to swing into towns and in and out. But apparently we got the best out of the first couple shows they did because it launched at the Funko Pop factory in Portland. So
Was it in Portland or was it in Cali?
I think it's in Portland.
I
I
know
could
it's
be
West
wrong.
Coast.
I want to say it was Portland, but anyways, yeah. So they launched there, and they didn't have anyone show up to that. There was no meet and greet. They didn't even change the store. It was just here's some new pops, and like you get a poster. That's it. So it was kind of fucking lame. And the pops were ones you could already get in stores.
Yeah, they weren't like exclusive.
So it wasn't like there
And
wasn't.
if you collect
any
Funkos,
exclusivity
like
to it.
part of the thing is like on the box they have like that exclusivity sticker where it's like the one that you got me
Yeah.
from Disney says like Wizard or not Wizarding World, sorry, but like Magic Kingdom, like because
Exclusive.
you could only get them at the Magic Kingdom or you know what other like Disney parks. These didn't have anything on. They were literally like fresh off the Walmart shelf, like.
So
Or
at
off
what
the
point?
Best Buy shelf, I
so
guess.
So at what point did you guys realize? Oh, we're not only going to be able to get in, but we're going to get to meet Joe Russo.
Up until the moment of like, okay, now I guess it's you guys next.
How
Yeah.
long? How long? Have
7
you guys
and a
been
half
waiting?
hours.
Yeah.
You guys have been waiting. So
they lined up, they counted the first 100, and the thing was like even if people had brought their kid, like their like 3-year-old baby or
That
whatever,
still counted.
that baby counted. Like that kid
Damn.
has no reason to be there other than his parents are there. So like that part sucked, and we got to it and they had like orange wristbands for the front for the first 100, and then everyone else got like a yellow or whatever color wristband. I don't remember.
Yeah.
But it was like we literally got 103, 104 and 105. So we thought we were going to be good because we were counting as we were walking around the building when we first got there. And we were at like 85 or something, not thinking that people in front of us were holding spots for other people to get there later. So it was
Which
like
totally happened.
Right. So like by the time it got to us, we were like 103, 4, and 5. And I was like, if I fucking waited out here all day and night for like Joe Russo and I'm 4 shy of the cutoff, I would be so upset.
We made a friend, by the way. His name was Colin, right? Connor? Which one sounds right to you?
Neither.
Some friend.
Yeah, some friend. I know we made a friend named...
Colin,
Was
Corey.
it Bob? I kept
We
telling
love
him-
you.
And I have audio that is us doing a live pod from there, but the problem is where we were sitting behind there, like Jess said, it's a loading dock. It's a spot where like employees go out to take a smoke
Yeah,
break.
exactly.
And
yeah,
so
it's the back. It's the back area.
You
of
remember
Best
Radio
Buy.
Shack?
and there's
Yeah, I remember.
and there's a fucking
Yes,
metro
I do.
train though. There's a metro train that was just right there. So every 6 minutes you'd see a bunch of confused people going into the city for work that are like, why is there so many people lined up around this fucking Best Buy? And
it's
just
the
for
one
like a
off
moment of their
Elston.
life, we saw the most confused people.
It was
Just like
kinda
there's a
nice.
sea of people around Best Buy. And then
Are
they couldn't stop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You couldn't stop and process or figure it out.
Because it was at Best
It
Buy
just
off
had to
Elston
exist.
where there's that
Yeah.
giant like metro stop
Don't be
right
putting
there.
our fucking business in the news.
We don't live at Elston.
That doesn't matter. Yeah, so shout out to you, buddy. We kept telling him that his dad hired us to hang out with him. He wasn't happy about that.
No.
Why were you saying
Just
that?
because it made me laugh in the moment. He was like, my dad dropped me off. And I was like, yeah, we're friends with your dad, man. He told us that you were coming. He told us to watch out for you. Make sure you
How
got
old
a
was
chance.
he?
Maybe.
He was in high school.
He
like,
wasn't old
he
enough
was
to be on the show,
41.
and he is.
Yeah.
He was not old enough to be on the show, and he is.
Yeah.
How old? So he was.
I would say
a young guy.
16.
He was a young
16.
kid.
Yeah.
Damn,
But we did have a
He was
fun
by
segment.
himself?
Yeah.
Dude, he was down to clown so hard. He was great. He was just sitting in line like, I don't care who's around me. I'm getting this fucking autograph. And you know what's the best thing? I hope you never fucking listen to this, dude. He was such a dork when he got up his chance to go. He was such a fucking little nerd, and it was great. And like, I literally had to look at the handler who was trying to make sure everything was going smoothly and just tell him like, this is his first time meeting a celebrity. I didn't know if it was or not, but dude, she was like, is this guy with you? And I was like, unfortunately, like this kid's sad, but fucking A.
But so are you guys.
Yeah, we were, but I think we held our composure a little bit
Yeah.
better. But continue, Jess. What else did you think about it? Like, what were your thoughts when we hit like hour 4? How quickly were you ready to tap out? What hour?
Well, I was smart. Like, I've camped out for shit like this before. I mean, we were talking in the line. Like, I remember camping out for Deathly Hallows when it came out. And, like, this
book?
was the
Okay.
book. I waited 12 hours for Deathly Hallows to come out. Like, I camped outside of Barnes & Noble
The
when
first
Deathly
one, at least?
Hallows.
You waited in line for 12 hours.
Yeah, to get Deathly Hallows.
Part 1 or 2?
Because it was right
it
when...
was all no. That's
the book is
the
one.
Oh yeah, the book
one.
is solid.
Yeah.
I'm
The movies are
Oh
two.
man, there are so many Harry Potter fans that are like ready
Booing
to fucking
you.
kill you.
What's up, jerk? Come
But,
at me, bitches.
But it like was very reminiscent of like that moment in my life because this was back when, I had Amazon pre-ordered it, but the Amazon, it wasn't guaranteed like delivery on the day of. You got it like whenever you got it. So I was like, well, fuck this. I want the book. So me and my 2 cousins camped out for 12 hours to get Deathly Hallows. So it was like reminiscent of that. But honestly, I was just to the point where I was like very hungry and my butt hurt because we were just sitting on the ground like for so long. I was like, this isn't fun
Hey,
anymore,
I brought
guys.
you a cushion.
He did. He was very gentlemanlike, and it's probably the one that Maddie's sitting on now.
That
so
cushion
that
sat behind
cushion,
Best Buy.
No wonder it
that
feels-
cushion was closer
Listen.
to Joe Russo than you've ever been.
No
true.
wonder I feel so comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And no wonder I'm enjoying myself
He blessed
so much.
Yeah.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you, Joe. It was a lot of fun. Once we seriously got the okay that yes, you are going to meet him and this wasn't for nothing.
I think
that
we got that
was the best.
because the doors to meet him, it was weird. So they had a poster, and then you could
Beautiful
go in.
poster.
It was a really cool poster. We'll show
And
you in a
that
minute.
you got to pick up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so everyone got the poster. There was hundreds and hundreds of those.
Well,
What kind
there
of
was
poster
3,000.
was it? Was it an Endgame poster?
We'll show you at the end of it, and we'll also put a picture up
Yeah.
on the Hi and Hello Instagram.
It's kind of like it's got like the Chicago Theater marquee style and like Iron Man like near the marquee, but it's It's really cool.
He's like blowing it up.
Pretty much. No.
Yeah, but it kind of is.
I'll go get it. Give me
about
go
to
get
be
it.
crime. Yeah, just set the mic down soft
Yeah, yeah.
and I'll. Yeah, there you go. It's a really fucking cool poster. There's a lot of little Easter eggs. You know what I'm saying throughout the sign.
So it's a Chicago themed Avengers poster, pretty much. Or
Yeah,
Iron Man
yeah,
poster.
absolutely. It says like
cool.
the Avengers are
That's
here
really
at
cool.
the Chicago theater, but it's Avengers theater and shit. But when you see it and you think about it, all these people should be dead. Because Iron Man's like 2 feet over their face with his blasters on.
Oh, this is great. Okay.
Back, and then if you
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And he signs it.
And it's
Top
yeah,
right.
It's just it says Endgame.
Yeah, it's like the marquee instead of it's supposed to look like the Chicago theater.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's great.
So
It's a quality print for
Yeah.
being
Yeah,
free
that's
too.
yeah, for being free and autographed by Joe.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying though with the boots? Like, that's the first thing I thought of. I was like, man, all these people are dead. Iron Man just fried all of them, boy style.
Oh. Yeah, because his boots are shooting fire. Out
Yeah,
of
and even if it's some kind of
their
weird
hands,
cold
their
fusion
hands
or something,
at least should be melted off.
oh, easily. And I would have respected it more if just one hand was just burnt.
They're
to a
not.
crisp.
They're not pointing at Iron Man. They're saying
Ah!
stop him. He's murdering.
all
He's
perishing.
melting us.
You guys will see when we post the picture. But yeah, and then on the back, the We Love You 3000 tour logo and all that. So each city though got their own poster.
Yeah.
Ours
That's
is
great.
by far the coolest. Chicago's has the
Arguably.
best.
Yeah,
It always is.
obviously.
Yeah, there was one with like the Space Needle and Iron Man flying, but
That one looks stupid.
Come on.
Sorry,
No way.
Space Needle people.
No way.
Punk ass bitches.
Seattle?
Anyways, until we're there and when we're doing a show in Portland, you all come out, man. Kick it.
Yeah, we love it.
Needle's
We
Portland,
love this Space
right?
Needle. We'll do it. From
You guys have
Space
the
Needle.
best
Come
We
on
Love You
through.
3000 poster.
I bought it online from someone on Amazon, marked up. Wasn't even signed.
What, the Space Needle poster?
Yeah, that's how much I loved it because that's how much I love the Space Needle.
You hear that?
HighNoteMerch.com.
You hear that,
Anyways.
Seattle? We're coming.
Yeah. We'll
For
be there
you,
soon.
on you, in you.
Everyone listening is like, this kid doesn't know geography worth a fuck.
You hear that, Albuquerque?
You hear that,
We're
Albuquerque?
coming.
We're coming to see that Space Needle you got. HighAndLow.com. HighAndLowTourMerch.com.
Stank.com.
Stank.com.
Stank.com. Again, this episode brought to you by Stank.com. Go to Stank.com for all your Stank.com needs. If you have ants that you're ready to burn and churn because you yearn for that burn and you feel the burn, Bernie Sanders. He's
Do you
running
think
for
Bernie's
president.
We're gonna get to that later.
We're gonna get to that
Let's
later.
wrap this Russo shit up
all
because
I'm
then we have
saying
the
is
next.
go to Stank.com.
Stank.com.
I just wanted to finish your plug.
That's fine. I love the fact that you did the paperless plug and it was beautiful. That's what we're gonna call it. We're gonna call it the paperless plug. You heard it right here. Took 31 episodes to
punk band
figure
name.
that out. Oh my god, dude. We'll get to your punk
That's
band
my
too.
emo band.
Oh my god.
Paperless
all of
plug.
it. If you have an idea for Matty's band name, feel free to send it to Hi and Hello Pod on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and fuck Twitter.
Promo code STANK. Enter the
Shut
promo
the
code
fuck up
STANK.
with the stank. I love it. Promo code stank. You snuck that one in on me. How the fuck am I the only one high on this show? Okay, so
On life.
Right?
it's got to be a contact.
All
at
right,
this
so
point.
you guys get up. All right, so basically you guys are you're through the door.
Yes,
You've
we-
got your poster.
met a lot of cool people too. Met a lot
Yeah,
of
yeah.
like it was
So
a
like
real
who?
cool community.
Like
Fuck if I remember their names because it was August.
We
I
only
Well,
care
we met,
we met.
but what other types of people
There
did
was
you
there was a
meet?
couple that was with us. There was this one guy who
There was
Bob.
Bob.
I feel like
There
Bob
was
was
Bob,
his
but
name.
there was that one kid. Him and his mom drove from like Michigan. Like
Yeah.
they got up that morning and drove from like Ann Arbor in, and I was like, oh my god! And they were in line in front of us. So like, no, I'm sorry. They were the next group of people behind us. It was me, Ty, and Jerome, and he was right behind us. And he had brought his Infinity Gauntlet, like the giant one that's
That's
like
so
all over
badass.
your hand.
It was pretty cool.
It was really cool. And then his mom, when she went inside, she like just randomly bought him the Tony Stark Infinity Gauntlet.
Because they were selling.
No
They were
way.
selling all of it, like, you know, not the Noble collection, but like the giant like Marvel collection, because we have Thor's hammer.
Yeah.
We've seen Thor. Yeah.
Yes.
So we have Milnor, but
We also have a mini Milnor right over there.
he lights up. He's cute. But yeah, so like they were selling that. They had the Ant-Man helmet, like the actual like realistic, like from the movie Ant-Man helmet you could buy. You could buy the Hulk hands, but like the same size as the Infinity Gauntlets, and they were all. It was when they first dropped all of that for purchase.
So when you guys get through the door, where is Joe Russo in the store?
So, like, you walk through the doors of the Best Buy, they have it set up. There's this queue, and you get through the line, and it does the whole, like, I don't know, like kind of L-shaped curve up.
Sure.
So it does like a. You guys at home can't see this, but Matty
You're
can.
walking through a Best Buy. Like,
Yeah.
they're lining
I
it out.
feel
Like,
ya.
have you ever
Is
waited
he like
for
in the back? Or is
No,
it
like
he's
mid-store.
close to it, but they make you, like, go through this zigzag of...
because they want you to buy shit.
Well,
Right.
yeah,
But yes,
I mean,
lining
they put
lining
you through
the
the movie
kiosks.
section, and
They're
there's
like,
all the
let's put
Marvel
them through the
flicks.
CD section, the movie section.
Dude, if I could have gotten
Yeah.
a fucking copy of a Peter Gabriel CD signed by Joe Russo, I would have done it, Matty. I would have gotten you a Boss CD. And here's the thing, though. They were
Oh
telling
my
us while
God.
this is all happening, don't expect shit. Like, don't get your hopes up.
Like
He's
what? Like,
not-
what do you mean?
He's not Tony Stark, kid.
Right.
You know what I mean? You're here to meet a director.
He's
You're
a
here-
movie director from Hollywood.
Right,
Yeah.
right, from Hollywood. Anyways, he wasn't supposed to sign anything. Like, people had like all their DVDs and shit, and they're like, he's not gonna.
He's not-
He's
oh, really?
gonna.
He was only there to sign the cover of the movie.
And no pictures. So you had the only way to actually get to meet the guy is you had to have a copy of Endgame that came out that day.
Of course.
And
Of
had
course.
to
You
have
had to
bought it
buy it
at,
from
course.
at
but
Best
you had
Buy.
to buy it from that.
They're
Best
like,
Buy.
listen, we're not gonna, we don't want to talk to anybody that doesn't have a receipt.
Pretty much. No, that's exactly.
And
it.
Yeah.
I don't listen. I don't fault him for that.
Yeah.
I get
No,
it.
because that's why you're doing it. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, this is the gist of it. Okay, but he totally signed shit for people. He totally
Dude,
took
we got our-
pictures.
Of course he did.
Because we only bought
Because
one
he's
copy
a
of
fan.
Yeah.
The dude is a fan.
Yeah.
Very
So we
kind,
only
very
had one
sweet.
copy of Endgame. Tyler got it signed. Did we? And
Yeah,
then I got my
a Blu-ray copy signed by him.
Yeah, it's
but
somewhere.
here's the cool thing,
and then
man.
we both got our posters signed. Like, we were taking photos left and right. They said no photos, and then he's like, "Do you guys want a fucking photo? Not with us, but like, because I looked wrecked. It was a rough day. It's a rough day. It was 7 hours
I would
waiting.
laugh.
Listen,
I would have laughed
I
so
don't-
hard
I
if
don't-
Joe Russo was like, "You can't get a picture, honey. You're wrecked."
I know.
I would have laughed.
I would have
so
respected
fucking
him
hard.
more than I do now.
Listen,
because
we at Disney have standards.
Yeah, yeah.
For
I
selfies.
I have a gram to keep up.
man. And yet,
If Russo just got you with the gram, that would
God
have been
dang.
fucking hilarious. Anyways, though, they gave us a pop. They gave us a. Didn't we get a pop keychain too, or no? Was
no.
that something else?
So they were in like blind grab bags, you know, and so they were just handing them out left and right. Everyone got a pop, and there was some sort of like, you got a free Happy Meal with McDonald's, because like those were also the people who were paying
Baller.
for it.
Yeah.
That's
Hey
great.
man, those fries
4 nugs
all
and
day.
some fries and a toy.
You know what I'm saying?
Small crush, orange preferred.
What?
I fucked
Ecto
around with
Cooler?
Happy Meals, dude.
It's fucking
So-
Ecto Cooler.
Get them apple slices away from me.
Tyler
Who the
got.
fuck are you, Michelle? Get out of here. Gotta keep the last. Gotta get those last per minute, those LPMs.
Right,
Gotta
right.
get them up. Gotta get them up. We're gonna be on
LPMs.
iTunes soon.
Tyler got Nebula.
Yeah.
Do you want?
Yes, I see.
Yeah,
I see
Nebula. And then I got Thor with. Did I get Thor?
Yeah, you got Thor missing an eye. And the suit.
Oh yeah. He's in the time suit.
Yes.
Yeah, so they
The
were
time
all in
heist.
time suits. They
Time
gave
heist.
you the poster, which he signed, which was awesome. You got the movie
Yeah.
signed. He also did some baller shit because I fucked up. So he had a gray Sharpie that he was
the
signing with,
silver
right?
gray?
Like one of the paint
Yeah.
Sharpies kind of deal. And he signed the outside of the box, right? Beautiful signature.
Yeah.
Then he opens it up and he signs everything on the inside. Like everywhere he could sign, he was like, I'll sign. Boom, 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 boom. It knocked out like 4 signatures per Blu-ray. And I fucking was like, cool, man, I'm out of your way. Thank you. You know what I mean? Just appreciate it. Let's get out of here. And when I grabbed it to walk off, he was like, oh, don't forget, grab this too, the poster. And I was like, oh, shit. So I grabbed the poster, and I wasn't paying attention to my hand placement, and I totally smudged his fucking signature on my Endgame Blu-ray.
No.
The outside is just smudged enough to where I was like, yeah, it's an obvious smudge. But the disc, but everything else is fine. Like the little pamphlet on the inside, and you open it up. I'll show you the Blu-ray when you leave. It's a really nice fucking box that they released for it.
Are you guys? Because I think I might save up for this. Save up for the $600 Infinity Saga box set.
I'm purchasing it when it drops. It's dropping at like holiday time, right?
Yeah, holiday time.
Yeah.
$600 though.
It's for every single movie plus all of the special features. So you
Plus
get like
unreleased
a 4K
shit that you haven't
transfer.
seen.
I think you get a 4K transfer
Yeah.
of all of the movies.
Yeah. So not only do you get so not only do you get like every DVD, you get it all in 4K download. You get never before seen footage of the movies. You get commentary with everybody. Like
Right, but how long after that's out until it's just on YouTube?
No, I mean, yeah. I mean, and also at the same time, it's not really going to matter because I'm going to have Disney Plus and I'm going to have the Infinity Saga right there on Disney Plus. But at the same time, like, I've bought the Star Wars box set how many times now? I bought the trilogy when it was on videotape, the OG trilogy when it was on videotape.
Mm-hmm.
I bought the DVDs when they came out for the first time in 2004. Then I bought the Blu-ray box set when it came out. And now they're gonna, once the Skywalker saga is over,
we have to buy all 9.
I'm gonna buy their Skywalker saga box set.
Yeah,
that they're gonna come out with. I'm totally gonna do that.
Of course, and they know that.
It's just because I
Do
love.
you remember when they released all the movies in Phase 1, like right after the Avengers movie came out, and it was in like the briefcase, and you opened it,
yes,
and there was like a Tesseract inside of it,
and
and you got all the case files from everybody.
And then Phase 2 was the It was the power stone housing ball that they had. That had all the DVDs in there. And then I think Phase 3, I don't remember what Phase 3 was, but
I don't remember Phase 3 either, but I always wanted the Tesseract one. I thought that was the coolest shit on the planet.
You know what I worry about, though? I really worry that we're going to spend all this fucking money on this shit, and then out of nowhere, when you guys are like 75, because I'm probably going to be long gone by then, but let's just be real.
I'm older than you.
Yeah, I'm just saying, when you're 75
but his lifestyle.
and you're watching the fucking screen of whatever kind that you have then, and some infomercial comes on, and
it's my
like,
brain.
Marvel movies of the early 2000s. Like, this is stuff your grandpa liked. Here's every film ever made over the last 50 years for $19.99.
Here's what's going to happen.
3 easy payments.
Everything will be dead, but Turner Classic Movies will still exist as a channel. Everything will be dead, but Turner Classic Movies will still exist, and there'll be some robot version of a film host that will come on and say, Iron Man was the beginning of the Marvel era, and they'll talk about Iron Man.
Some kind of like BioShock robot where it's half human or like...
Exactly, and it'll be a robot version of... God, what's that? He just retired from it too. I forget the host's name of Turner Classic Movies. Osborne. His name's like Osborne.
Alley,
like Norman Osborn or something like that.
That's Spider-Man.
That's Spider-Man.
That's fucking not Doc Ock. That's fucking...
Yeah, it's
Norman Osborn
Green
hosting
Goblin.
Turner
Who's the host of
Classic
Turner Classic Movies that just retired?
Oh, hold on. Let's make some kind of like a game to this. Like, if Matty gets it wrong, you get to shoot him with the new Nerf gun. How about that? How about you give
his
him
last name? His
last name, first initial.
His last name is Osborne.
How much are you willing to bet on that?
Oh, okay.
How much
so
of your
the
finger
last,
you think you can lose
what did you
before
say
you
his
cry?
name was? Norman Osborn is
His
incorrect.
His last name is Osborne.
Okay, you have the Osborn part
How
correct.
you doing, Dave?
What's the first name?
What, you want me to give it to you?
John? Is it John?
No, it is a basic like white man name though.
Matt. No, what era? What era?
Terrence?
No.
Terrence.
What?
I know more black people named Terrence than white.
Okay, fine. You know that was supposed to be on my name, not Matthias.
Really?
Thank God they
my
went with
mom wanted me to
Matthias.
name me Terrence, and she was
After
like,
McKenna?
Yeah, Terrence.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she was like, I wanted to name you Terrence so that way I could call you Terry. And I was like, oh, that's
She
great.
could have just named you Terry.
I wouldn't have
I know.
talked to you if your name was Terry.
We would not be friends.
Any,
hey, Mom,
any man
you're
whose
listening?
name rhymes with Barry, and if their name's Barry, I'm fine with that. But any name that rhymes with Barry is just like Perry's. I don't like.
Mary?
I don't like
He
a lot
hates
of
Lord of the
Terry's.
Rings.
I don't like
Yeah, apparently.
Larry's. No, I'm out.
Really? Larry?
Yeah, but Barry's I'm cool with because Barry White.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who-
But back to what you were saying.
Yeah.
Norman. No, we already
just
said his
said
name's not Norman.
Norman. Back to what you said.
Wait, what was his name? Osborne. What was his name?
Do you want me to tell you? Because you get shot with a Nerf gun if I tell
Hold
you.
it here.
Yes. Tell me the name.
Okay.
Skipper. Look at me.
Darling, his name was Robert.
Robert Osborne.
That's
my
Go get the
dad's
Nerf
name.
Go
gun.
get the Nerf gun.
He listens to the show.
So basically, we're going to have a robot version of Robert Osborne.
Go get the Nerf gun. Are we doing this? I
We're
love
doing
it.
this for real.
Oh my
But
god,
you have
dude!
to shoot. You have to
it's
shoot
not,
it from the hall.
It's not Nerf, so bro. It's like these little balls.
It's a
You'll
real
see.
gun.
It's a real gun.
She's
We
gonna
told
shoot
you Nerf.
right in the face. No, we're gonna have a robot version of Robert Osborne hosting Turner Classic Movies, and they're gonna talk about the Marvel movies, and I'm gonna be 75. And
What if it's you, dude? What if that's what
if
you're
it's
fucking
me?
put on this planet for?
Me as a robot?
No, just the top half of you. Your bottom legs, you probably lost them. Yeah. Is it loaded? Oh, fuck. So, Matty,
You have to go down to the hall. Doing it point
You have
blank
to go
does-
down to the hall.
Yeah. Doing it point blank does not count.
When we bought these and I opened them,
You've got a long cord. You can take
I
it with
shot
you.
Yeah, you
Tyler. I shot Tyler at point blank, and he was like, "God damn it, you motherfucking bitch!"
That shit. Hey.
He did though. I
did.
mean, that's a direct
Is
quote.
this a PG show?
No.
Oh, okay.
God, I've already said fuck like 15 times. I hope it's not.
Did
I think
say-
you said fuck. a
Have
few
I said
times.
fuck?
Once or twice.
Obviously.
I said it now.
Hey, drink.
Hey-oo.
So, anyways, this is.
Stink.com. Just go to stink.com.
I'm losing all control. You might want to take your glasses off for this, to be honest.
All right.
No.
So for the audience
your
at
eyes.
home,
Right in the
basically,
fucking tit.
Jess is down the hall, about, I want to say 9 to 10 feet away from me.
This is
She's going to
decent
shoot me with
without
a Nerf
glasses.
dart.
So it's not a Nerf dart though. I have to plug. It's a Nerf ball
Oh,
because
Nerf
we
ball.
got
Wait.
the box around here somewhere. But
The
it's
yellow Nerf balls?
Yeah,
there
dude,
we
those
go.
those
There we
foam
go.
Nerf balls. Oh God,
Ooh.
Ooh.
Actually, that kind of,
that's
that
a little
pinched.
sting. It
That
pinches.
pinched.
Just does it say the model on it? I want to say it was the MK7. Don't point it at me.
It's not loaded.
I don't mind. But like you have to manually cock that motherfucker. That
It's the
thing's a
Nerf
beast.
Rival
I appreciate you not aiming for my
XVIII
There's two
700
safeties.
face. Why?
I don't know
It's
either.
Nerf.
or nothing.
It's Nerf or nothing, not safety or die.
Well,
It's not a real gun.
I didn't make it, but anyways, yeah. To wrap up the
You made
Russo-
it.
Wouldn't that be crazy
You're
if I had a
lying.
fucking little shop? And I dressed up like Geppetto, and I just went down there and made Nerf guns.
You're going to be a real gun
It's gonna be a real gun. I got like a little thing I'm clicking with my foot, and it's doing something.
Yeah.
And my little wood clogs in the basement. People are trying to do laundry. Anyways, yeah, Russo was cool. He's a nice person. Moving on. Okay, so we got to meet Joe Russo. It was a blast. I got to meet Josh Kesselman out in Vegas when Jess and I went to Vegas. Do you know who Josh Kesselman is?
No, I don't.
I
Who is
do.
that?
Josh Kesselman is the founder of Raw Rolling Papers. So that was pretty cool.
Okay.
Shout out to Reef Dispensary. I would give a shout out to Planet 13 down the street, but they weren't as nice. Reef Dispensary is a really nice dispensary.
Is it really?
If you ever get the chance, if you're ever in Vegas.
right.
Anyways, Josh Kesselman was dope. Then this brings us to the meat and potatoes of the podcast. We all went to the Jay and Silent Bob Reboot Roadshow.
Oh,
Reboot
yes, we did.
Roadshow.
Reboot Roadshow.
Which they
Reboot.
recently featured on his on Kevin Smith's
everything?
on his Reboot Roadshow on a Reboot Roadshow episode on his YouTube channel.
Episode 2.
Episode 2, he featured Chicago.
Shout out Shy City.
Shout out to not only
Music
Shy City
Box.
but also Music Box.
And that
was
one guy who
such
let
a
me
great night.
use the bathroom when we were waiting in line again for 4 hours.
Actually, I know that gentleman. His name is Bo. So shout out to Bo. Bo and I are friends on Facebook. We used to do improv together.
Tell the story of waiting in line for that.
Oh, another thing Matty wasn't a part of.
Yeah.
And
what do you
yet
know?
got
This is
to
great.
be on the cover of the
So
Instagram.
just a little context. The day that the Reboot Roadshow happened was also the day that the last or the final trailer for Star Wars came out, and the day that tickets went on sale as well for Rise of Skywalker.
So many things.
So many things happened that night. It was a great night. But that should be context for the story. So go ahead.
Yeah, so there was 2 shows. We did not get tickets for the first show. Those sold out in a hot second.
Yes, they did. Even though we tried.
We tried
really hard.
We tried
You were on a
really
plane,
hard.
You didn't try shit.
That's not true.
No.
I tried.
He tried for the
you were on a
first
plane
show.
for the second show.
For the second show, I was on the plane.
Because they dropped those tickets like later in the day, and he was on a show, and I called you like 50 times. I was like, answer your fucking phone.
When Reboot Roadshow came out, I was at work
Yeah.
when they announced Reboot Roadshow, and I tried to get us tickets, and it was already sold out for.
Yeah.
Music
Same.
Box.
We tried too. And then like Kevin like tweeted it, we're doing a second show. And I was like, oh, we got to get those tickets. And I was like in line to buy it. And I was like, do I buy 2 or do I buy 3? And I'm calling you and Tyler's calling you and you weren't answering. And I was like messaging you and I was like, fuck it. We'll find a third person to go if Matty's already bought his own ticket. It's fine. And then you were like, I'm on a plane to Texas. What up? And I was like, don't buy tickets to the road show. I got them. We got them. We got them. And I sent like 50 text messages in a row. Like I was like, I hope he's getting these on a stupid iMessage, fucking iMessage. And
I paid you for those, right?
no, but you bought a Skywalker ticket, so I feel like we're even.
Not really. No, those tickets were expensive.
You'll buy us more stuff. Don't worry. But let's keep this on track with the reboot. This was Jess's first time going to a live SMOD anything.
Yeah.
So for the folks at home who don't know, Smodcast is Kevin Smith's little pod network / movie studio, and like it's his nut, I guess. I don't know how would you describe it.
It's his.
It's if he was Steve Jobs, it'd be his Apple.
It's the thing
It's
that
the corporation.
It's the thing he's I think most known for now. Is his podcasts.
Yeah.
More so than his movies.
Yeah, he was one of the earliest adapters of the format.
It was like him and Joe Rogan.
Even before that, what's his name? Adam Carolla, right?
Yeah, Adam Carolla was also a part of that as well. Like I think Adam Carolla and then Joe Rogan and Kevin Smith, they really just took off on podcasting. And that was when Kevin Smith had really stopped making movies. And he just spent 10 years just doing podcasts, really. At least I think he's more known now for his podcasts than his movies.
Agreed.
But that's not to say that, people won't go out and see his movies when he makes them.
Now, with all this being said, they have the 25th anniversary of Clerks that's happening. And
yes.
They celebrated that earlier in the year. And there's been a bunch of other shit that's been going on to where like he's kind of been brought back into the public eye in a big bad way, it feels like.
Yeah,
I've
seen him.
It feels
like he's been, especially in the past like 3 months, just promoting the show or the movie. Like it feels like I see him on a whole new show or like news show or morning show or internet show every single time. It seems like every single day I see him on a new thing promoting Reboot.
Right.
Jane Silent Bob Reboot. Or the Reboot Roadshow. It's amazing.
Now, with that being said, we've gone, haven't we? Yeah, we went to C2E2 to go see him and Jane Silent Bob Get Old, right?
Yes, we did.
So we've seen this together. This was really, really strange for me, Matty. Like super strange for me because this is like this dude's work and like everything that he's put out over the last decade, let's say, has been so fucking impactful in a strange way. He's almost been like an imaginary friend, if that makes sense.
Go ahead.
That is real, but like it's just a voice in your headphones. You know what I'm saying? That you dedicate hours upon hours to.
Yeah.
And this was the first time I was taking Jess with me to go to this kind of a setting. It's like did you get a weird feeling when you went to Star Wars World? That can't even be a description. Seeing Star Wars with the person that you're with on like.
Well, well, here's what was interesting. Because by the time I had seen so The Last Jedi was the first Star Wars movie that I saw with my girlfriend.
Okay.
It wasn't weird, but I knew that it meant way more to me than it did to her. And that was just because I am, a super fan.
Exactly.
But that's not to say that she didn't enjoy it or appreciates it as well. I felt like going into it, I was overhyped. I was way more overhyped than she was.
Did that affect your viewing of it?
No, because I was so excited to share it with her.
Very cool.
Like I knew that she wanted to be there with me.
Right.
And even times where like I was, watching the movie and like getting emotional at certain points, it was great because I could just turn to her and be like, "That was fucking great. That was awesome." I remember that. I remember that point. It was a moment where when Yoda shows up, and it was during Last Jedi when Yoda shows up and does his whole scene with Luke, and Luke learns his final lesson from Yoda, which is about failure. I remember crying and and at the end of the scene, I remember turning to Lindsay and tapping her on the shoulder and going, "That was good. That was really good. That was a good scene." And it was great. And I had such a fun time with her. It wasn't weird, but I recognized how much of a fan I was.
Right.
Because I was with somebody that I would say is not as much of a fan as I am. So because I'm a little more I am way more obsessed about it than she is.
So your first viewing of that movie in particular was with the person, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Now, Jess, what was your expectation / like your final thought on this sense? Like, what did you think going into it?
I had no idea, what to think. I mean, we've been to the Music Box, the venue that they had it, a bunch of times. We were there, 2 weeks prior for for what did we? Oh, Mary Poppins.
Poppins. Yeah.
Like I
The
felt like
sing-along.
it was so much fun.
Oh, it was so great.
So I feel like I kind of knew because we've also seen the Rocky Horror there. Like we knew people were going to be on that stage, the movie screens behind them. But I've listened to hours of Kevin Smith's podcast because
We saw The Shining at the Music Box.
we did. Yeah. Did we?
Yeah, it was you, me, Kevin, Tyler.
Fuck is Kevin.
Looks like a little like
It
Kevin.
looks
but
like you look like Kevin Smith.
It's just a curse.
I mean, you're wearing a backwards hat with a beard
and a Kevin Smith pin.
and a
so,
Kevin
like,
Smith pin.
Shut
on
the
it.
fuck up, all
So
of you.
it's not off base for me to fuck up your name for
yeah,
a
it's
sec.
all right. It's
fine.
You're cool, man.
Yeah.
But we saw it was you, me, Tyler, Allie,
yeah.
Oh,
we saw-
yeah.
and we saw The Shining.
I forgot about
and,
that.
in what was it like? I think it was in 70 millimeter.
Yeah. We did see
They-
The Shining
they
in
saw it on-
70
they saw it on film.
because we also saw
Rocky Horror.
Oh,
Yeah,
that was so
Rocky
great.
Horror.
She Who Shall Not Be
Jeez.
Named.
God. Oh, that's right.
that's a whole
all right.
other
That was a
podcast.
blast from the past.
Stink.com.
Woo.
Which reminds me to put a
Plug
word in, plug stink.com.
We're gonna get feedback. Our first feedback is gonna be negative from all the stink.com.
Really?
What if there is a stink.com?
Should I look that
We
up?
should look this up.
I'm sure there is. You know what? Well, then stink.org.
No, it's not an organization. Just, I'll look it
Stink.gov.
up if you want to. Keep explaining like what
yeah,
looking
so, I
around
mean,
and being the
it
first in
was-
line that we were.
It
like-
was we were first in line, and then Matty showed up 20 minutes before the doors opened.
No, it was not 20 minutes before the doors open. Keep talking.
But it was. I mean, I knew kind of what to expect because I've been to fan venues like this where it's like, yes, you're people. The people there are obsessed. I mean, people were dressed up like Jay and Silent Bob, like crazy characters from the show. I don't know if you guys noticed, but in the front right, I noticed it later. Someone was dressed as Cockknocker. Like,
No, I didn't see that.
he was in like the front right because you know how we were in the middle
Yes.
left. They were in the
middle
front
left, which
right.
honestly, hands down,
Best
hands
seats.
down to you guys because when we finally got in, you guys went and got seats. I went in line to grab concessions. You guys picked great seats.
Yes,
Thanks,
Perfect,
man.
That was perfect.
it was literally like it was one row back from.
We got
Mary
fucking high
Poppins.
fives from
Yeah.
Kevin Smith, bro.
We'll get to that in a sec.
I picked the worst time to go to the bathroom.
Yes, you
apparently, but yeah, I was like, oh, this is what this is, and it's people are crazy about their fandom. So who am I to judge? I go to Harry Potter World. You go to Harry Potter World. Like, it took everything in me not to buy robes. So the fact that people are dressed up, like Jay and Silent Bob, I didn't bat an eye, but I didn't know what I was going into, like in terms of like the film itself, because Tyler had seen it. Like they did a showing at the AMC in Evanston, and he went to see it.
You saw
So-
the Fandango release.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
did.
he did.
I did
So,
go
like,
Or
he
what was
knew-
it? Fathom events.
Fathom
Fathom
events,
event.
yeah.
Yeah.
So like he knew everything that was going to happen. So he so graciously kept his mouth shut. Thank you.
Of course.
But he made me watch. So it was on a Monday. On Sunday we watched Chasing Amy.
Yep.
We watched
Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
Strike Back, and then we watched like clips of Clerks 1 and 2.
Showed her the clip from Clerks 2 in the
Which
prison
clip?
cell.
The prison
Where-
cell.
Oh,
So, like,
great scene. Oh,
I've
my
watched
God.
all
That
of
is-
these movies.
That
Yeah.
is my favorite scene.
It was
in the
it's a
movie.
great scene.
That's my favorite scene.
Oh,
in the
it's
movie.
a beautiful scene. But I showed her a very specific version of that, which was the outtakes. Oh, God, I'm such a fucking nerd. From Clerks 2, where there's a moment.
Oh, and the special features.
Well,
yes.
yeah, there's a moment where they're talking off to the side, Dante and Randall, and then Jay and Silent Bob, or Jay's talking, and he's like, does no one remember they made a fucking movie about us and we got all that money? Because they're like, you'd help us pay for it? Like, how do you guys have that money? But once that line just seemed kind of important, even though it was like a side piece that wasn't even in the fucking flick itself.
Yeah.
Sound dirty.
Yeah, because I've watched all these before with you, but I haven't watched them in so long. So I'm very happy that I watched them so close to the reboot, because there was so many things where I was like, oh, that's from Chasing Amy. Like, that's from Reboot or from Strikes Back. Like, I was happy that like I did rewatch everything, because I don't think I would have enjoyed it as much if I hadn't have rewatched those select moments that you picked out. So I'm glad you saw it early.
Had you seen any of those Kevin Smith movies before.
Yeah, I mean, like, I've watched him with Ty before, obviously, because, you know, they're his favorites. But I remember watching Chasing Amy with my mom and not, like, I never knew it was a Kevin Smith movie. Like, I didn't know that was, like, because there's a scene in the diner with Jay and Silent Bob when they meet,
Holden.
Yeah, I almost said Holden Caulfield, and that is the wrong person. Wrong person.
Holden McNeil.
Yeah, Holden Caulfield is a book. Never mind. Yeah, and so I was like, oh, I knew I'd watched that movie prior, but I didn't realize that it was part of a whole universe. Because I watched Chasing Amy, I mean, God, 10, 12 years ago with my mom back home. Like, had no idea. But yeah, it was pretty nice. Like, I liked how many... I'm almost kind of upset that I'm not, like, a bigger Kevin Smith fan or, like, a bigger fan of the whole, like, realm of movies, because that was such a great fan payoff movie that I feel like I would have appreciated it so much more if, like, for years and years, like you guys, I'd followed Kevin Smith, like, because it's not very often that you get such a fan service movie. I mean, like, Endgame was kind of, but there were still so many things that I feel like we could change about it. But it really was,
like what?
We don't have enough time in the world. Literally with Endgame, Captain America's whole story arc just needs to get thrown in the trash. Just take it, throw it in the fucking trash.
Fair. I just wanted one example. Continue.
You threw me off now because now I just want to go.
No. You were talking about the whole idea of fan service.
Oh yeah, so it's kind of like, I feel like, not to bring it to Harry Potter, but I'm gonna have to. You know how you watch the movies and you're, after reading the books, and you're like, fuck, I wish that they would have put this one thing in from the books.
Yeah.
Like, where is Peeves in every part of this whole film saga? But it's like they don't have enough time. But Kevin Smith, like, he didn't spare a single fan service. Like, everything
I remember
that
when
he
Lord of the
could
Rings
have, like,
came out.
packed in.
I remember
was
when
there.
Lord of the Rings came out, people were like, "Where's Tom Bombadil?"
Yeah.
And honestly, you read the book and you were like, you know what? Tom Bombadil doesn't really serve the momentum of the story.
Yeah.
It really is a deviation.
Yeah, and you have to cut down
for
for movies.
Yeah.
I understand.
It's already
that.
3 hours long, for God's
Right.
sakes.
And I understand you have to cut it down, but there are just so many things where I'm like, even when Tyler was talking about it, I was like, oh, did you notice that this was a reference to blah blah blah? And I'm like, oh shit, now that you pointed out, yeah, but in the moment I had no idea. It was like every second on screen was either a callback or homage to something else that he's done. And I think that's the coolest thing in the world, that he could even do that.
Can I ask what I'd say it'd be fun to go around the table and talk about and just mention our favorite moment of the night.
In terms
Favorite
of the
moment.
movie or just of
Yeah,
the
of
night?
the movie or the night?
Favorite moment.
Oh,
of
I'll
the
go.
night.
When Matty showed up late and then got very, very front cover of the Instagram story and
I did?
overshown Tyler. Yeah, whenever the dude came out and he's like, all right, everyone, rah, and you just like spread your arms super big and screamed happily,
Oh yeah.
blocking Tyler, who had been waiting there for hours.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That was my favorite part of the night.
That was
Also,
pretty-
watching you cry at the Star Wars trailer was my second favorite part of the night.
we watched that together.
Because Matty tears keep me young.
You heard that, ladies?
They so do. We're gonna bottle this little elf.
You hear that, ladies? Make me cry. I'll keep you young.
I keep you young.
know
Matty,
what
what
that
was your favorite part of the evening? That's what I'm curious about.
Other than I thoroughly enjoyed getting to because
Getting to touch him.
Yeah, well, when Kevin Smith finished
I was in the
introducing the movie,
bathroom.
when Kevin Smith finished introducing the movie, he came down the aisle and he had his hands out, and everybody, you do that classic thing where everybody slaps the hand as he runs down the aisle, and I got to slap his hand, which was cool. It was fun. But honestly, my favorite part of the night was
Was that your first time he ever touched you?
Where on the doll did Kevin Smith touch you?
No, that was not the first time Kevin Smith touched me. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, that was the first time I had ever
Skin to skin contact with the man.
Yeah, not to make it
No
weird.
worries.
Tyler's had a lot of skin-to-skin contact. Apparently.
Surprisingly, I have. I've touched this guy before.
Yeah, I know.
And
Continue.
Tyler, has he touched you?
Forward, carry on.
He's touched my heart. No, I'd say my favorite part of the night was when the movie was when we were all watching the movie, and the moment in the movie when was it what's his name? Jason Lee as Brody.
No, because Brody's on the background poster where you see him like,
Yes.
That was, it was
Mallrats
Banky?
character Banky.
Yeah, Banky.
When Banky goes and on that moment we cue the music. Blam 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 blam. The entire audience doing that together was so much fucking fun.
That was great.
That's when I realized, yes, this is gonna be a great fucking night, because it really everybody was on the same. It was the movie that was shown for the people that wanted to fucking see it, and everybody was in the same headspace and having just as much fun as the person sitting next to them, and it was great. It was at that moment that I realized, oh yeah, this is the fact that I got to do that with a crowd of like 300, 400 people.
And 2 of your best friends.
And 2 of my best friends was great. And Kevin Smith was in the back. He was in the back watching the movie with us. That was amazing. Like, that was so much fun. And I haven't had a theater movie going experience ever like that. That was great. That was my favorite moment of the night.
That's beautiful. That was absolutely beautiful. Jess got her phone back, and I know exactly what you saw when you unlocked the phone. So don't say it yet.
Oh,
because that's why I didn't say it. I wanted to get Maddie's moment out. Would you say that's your moment?
That's my moment.
Okay, beautiful moment. Everyone at home, fucking go get some Kleenex real quick. Fucking blow the snot out your nose, because that was beautiful. I looked it up, and as of this moment, skank.com or stank.com, not skank.com, STANK, the ant killing product.
Yeah, the sponsor.
Ant smoldering, sir.
They haven't bought their website yet. So stank.com exists?
Stank.com exists to be purchased on GoDaddy?
No, not GoDaddy, unfortunately. Somebody owns it, but they're willing to sell it.
Fair price
to shoot Jess back with the Nerf gun.
Oh, you get 3 guesses.
No, not even.
Oh.
Let's just take 3 guesses is fine. 3 guesses is fine. But what's his like his Price is Right safety net?
Oh, do we spin the wheel?
Well, not even. Not
we
a
don't have
wheel,
a
but
wheel.
like he gets. How close do we say?
How much?
Within
so are we guessing?
Like
how,
with you.
Well,
I get to guess.
Tyler and
Both
I
of us
know.
know how much it is.
So you get 3 guesses
for how
to
much
the dollar amount.
for how much that domain
came.
For how much it's going to cost one of our listeners.
What's the over under then?
That's what we're trying to figure out.
Yeah, I
Should
don't
we
know.
flip a coin? Should we
Decide what the over under is.
Let's say.
Oh, so we're saying if you're within like $5 or
let's say
if
5K.
if you're
let's say
within-
5K.
if you're within
Over
$5,000 of the dollar amount,
You can shoot Jess back with the Nerf gun.
Okay.
we gotta find the other bullets or the
Right
balls.
there.
So
See
for
it right there.
stank.com, I'm going to guess.
We got 3 guesses
All right.
within 5,000.
I know nothing about.
You're going
About
into it
this.
blind.
I'm going
And
into it
can I
blind.
tell you
I know
something?
nothing about domain.
Can I
costs.
give you one subtle
Yes,
piece,
please.
like one little
Give
hint?
me a hint.
I've had to purchase domains, and this made me almost go, "Wow, oh geez,
Yeah.
we can't buy it."
We can't
Okay,
afford
so it's
it.
expensive.
Yeah,
All right.
it's a strong
I
single
mean, speaking
word
for Tyler and
.com.
I,
You know what
we
I'm
can't
saying?
afford it.
Think
I don't know
about
your
it.
financials.
All right. I'm gonna
That's a
guess. I'm gonna guess
strong
$200.
First of all, we said the margin for error is within $5,000.
No, you said $5.
No, we said 5,000.
We can rewind it. We said 5K.
We said 5K.
Oh my god. Okay.
Do you think I would dude? I would shit out $200 for that website right now. Are you kidding me? $200
We would buy
is nothing.
Stank.com.
All right.
We can sell all our clothes for $200.
Speak for yourself. My shit is worth way more than that.
I would. No one wants to buy our used clothes. If you do, though, highandhello.com.
Merchandise.
Shoot us an email.
With my answer, will you with each answer? Will you tell me if I'm over
High or
or
low?
under?
Just kidding. Hit us
Or
up
high
on-
or low?
What?
With each answer that I give, will you tell me if I'm high or low?
Like hot or cold?
Am I hot or
Oh,
cold?
we got you.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna guess.
And remember,
okay.
it's within a $5,000.
So if it's
Wait.
within $5,000,
Yeah, so if you, and also, let's just get the stipulations out there again. If you get this right, he gets to shoot you.
with a Nerf gun,
It's a Nerf bullet.
It's a Nerf
a Nerf
bullet,
ball.
kids.
But my insurance company, I need you to say it. It's cool.
Okay, yeah, I'm being shot with a shot with a Nerf gun. I'm kidding. It's a real gun.
His insurance company is Spank.com.
Give me the phone. We got to check spank.com too.
Oh, we know spank.com is a
Matty,
domain.
quit buying time.
Do not look spank.com
All right,
up
I'm
on
gonna
my
guess
phone.
$2,500.
Okay.
Am I
2,500.
am I high? Am
You are under.
You are under.
I am under. Okay. So then I'm going to
Wait
guess.
a minute. If he doesn't guess it right, do I get to shoot him a second time?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, continue.
Then I will guess.
Hesitation. Yes.
Then I will guess $5,000.
You're low.
I'm still low.
You're low.
Then I will guess
Get out.
$7,500.
Matty, you are still low.
Scared
So
me.
you
scared me.
Get-
How much is
Are
this
you ready?
domain?
I'm about to show
take
you.
a screenshot because we have to upload
Yep,
it to the
we'll
website.
put it on. We're not putting it on the website. We're putting it on the Instagram. 1 second. Let me. Oh, and can we put this on the TikTok? Let's put it on the TikTok.
You guys have TikTok.
I-
What are
Everyone
you,
has
14?
TikTok.
Yeah,
What
you know
do you
why?
want?
Because those 14-year-olds are going to be 23 when this show finally fucking hits. And they're going to have money. And they're going to be dumb. And they're going to buy t-shirts that say stank because it's retro. One of them's dad's probably rich and already bought stank.com for us. Matty, you came so fucking close with the 75,
Yeah, I said 7,500.
but you
Wrong.
were 0 off.
What do you mean?
It's $75,000 to buy
No.
stank.com.
$75,000?
75 3 zeros. You had 2 zeros. Don't cock it in my face.
Oh my
Hold on.
God.
I
I didn't
need
know
to-
a domain cost that much.
Hey. Oh, I remember what your password to your phone is.
It's my fingerprint.
Well, it's also a number set.
How do you spell
Gang,
fingerprint?
gang. Look at this, Matty.
Ouch.
Folks, we are screenshotting. Hey, hold on. I need it for the TikTok. If we're doing this TikTok thing, we need pictures of Matty getting shot.
Hold on. I also need
Or
to be
video.
lip syncing a song while this happens.
Oh, I'm gonna play, dude.
Since
I'm
it's
gonna
TikTok.
dude, I'm gonna re-upload this until the next time someone gets shot with this, and it's gonna be a different song each time. So
Let
hold
me
tight.
lip sync a, I don't know,
Where's my cellular?
My
device?
Chemical Romance song.
Yeah. So Matty, you lost $75,000. God, we're already at the hour mark. I love it. $75,000 is how much it costs to get stank.com. But Matty, as Jess is getting the bullet ready, how about you give another fucking no paper plug to stank.com?
Stink.com. Go to stink.com if you have ants in your pants and they're making you rants out the dance. Then go to stink.com to kill those ants.
What do you say for?
STANK.com.
Stank.com.
Stink.com.
Jess, let it happen. Oh, that one was in the wrist.
No, it's right here.
Oh, was it?
Right in the bicep.
Let's see a little mark.
The gun to the gun.
Oh goodness, let's
Right there.
see.
See
Ooh,
that?
Got
See
it.
that?
Did I tear a hole in the Springsteen sweater?
See,
Yes,
that's
you
beautiful.
did. This was a good Springsteen sweater.
Is it really a
Yeah,
Springsteen
so
sweater?
this Springsteen sweater comes from his Wrecking Ball tour
God.
at Wrigley Field, which I saw him with my mom.
Yeah, with your mom.
Shout out to mom.
with my mom. Shout out.
What's your mom's name again?
That's none of your business.
Doesn't matter.
That's-
We know
that
he's
doesn't
got
matter.
the
We're gonna get him,
hot
folks.
sister.
We're gonna get his
We're
mom's
gonna get
name.
his address. We're gonna go to her kitchen. We're gonna get the cookie jar.
She's gonna cook us some roast beef.
Oh, dude!
Do I
if-
still-
Dude, if we went to Texas and had a good old fashioned Texas barbecue
doesn't
for
live
the
in
4th of
Texas.
July, what? You're
No.
right. They moved, didn't they?
No, they didn't.
I thought you're from Texas, so they had to have.
You don't know.
Do I still have a
Oh,
standing?
I'm gonna give you his social number. You just
That
wait till
social
the
number
next.
is
Wait till the next episode,
154
kids. He doesn't understand
75
TikTok like I do. He
222.
doesn't. He doesn't get it.
Do I still
He's
have a
not down to
standing
clown.
invitation to your mom's house? Because I remember we were FaceTiming her one day, and she says I'm allowed to come visit anytime I want,
Yes, that is true. You do have a standing invitation.
even though I just shot her son twice.
She'll be fine with it.
Do you want to know?
She probably likes me better. It's fine.
Yeah.
Do you want to know the weirdest way I'm remembered by somebody's mom?
Do I? Do I?
Do you really? Oh, at least that
Does
I know
the
of.
world?
Yes, go ahead.
Somebody told me that their mom is only remembers me as the boy. I met her when I was 23.
The boy. The boy. Oh.
The boy who thought he could fall from a plane. That's how I was described. She goes, oh, you mean the boy who thought he could fall from the plane?
You were
How fucking great is that?
You were the first draft of Harry Potter.
How fucking
Instead of the
cool
boy
is
who
that?
lived.
The
She was
boy
like,
who
the
thought-
boy who thought he could fall from the plane.
Dissect
Yes,
that
that'll be my
sentence.
first draft of Harry
Dude.
Potter.
Dude, dissect that fucking sentence, though. The boy who
thought
thought He could fall from a plane and live.
Oh, and
And
live.
live.
That's just it. I one time looked up. We were all at the beach, and I looked up, and I apparently was like, "See that plane?" And she was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "That looks like survivable, right? Like if you could fall from that, you'd probably just maybe bounce if you hit a tree or something." And that's the only conversation I ever had with her. And I walked away, and I made sure to walk away. But that's how she still remembers me. Like remembers me by.
Who is this
I'll
person's
tell you
mother?
later.
Okay.
But
You tell me now.
you tell me now. So
Damn.
it's my turn. Yeah. It got real weird for
Oh.
a second. I don't
Oh,
know.
so okay, so
Wait,
I
I
thought
had
it
a
was funny.
I
You
had a
guys-
favorite
you
part of the
guys took it
movie,
real
though.
favorite.
serious.
Okay, so favorite moment.
Wait, I
from-
only named my favorite part of the night. I had a favorite part of
Well,
the
let's
movie.
all go around with the
Well-
favorite part of the night, and I'll say mine
I
next.
mean, my
and then-
favorite part of the movie was my favorite part of the night. That was my everything. So
Yeah, that was
go
that was
ahead.
your pinnacle. Like,
Yeah.
that was beautiful. So I really dug kicking it with like the little sidewalk group we had. That was fun because I'd already seen the movie, so I was like, oh shit, like we get to like actually hang out. You know what I'm saying? And like we get to almost be the characters that we go to watch. You know what I mean? Like everyone's conversation was either filthy or like you know, it flowed nicely.
and
You
we
know
were
what
all
I'm
hanging
saying?
outside.
Yeah, we were all hanging outside of a venue, like,
and
for-
a lot of
for
his
hours.
characters, and a lot of his
And Tyler
characters
looks
are
like Silent Bob.
well, and a lot of his characters are people that are wasting time, and they're wasting time with conversation.
Right.
Like that's how they pass the time is through conversation, and whatever that produces.
Exactly. So that was fun, and a little shout out to our buddy Matt, because that couple who was sitting with us that
Yes.
whole time, when I sent him his picture,
Yeah.
we still talk. He's a cool guy.
Oh,
He seems really
hey,
nice.
shout out.
Yeah.
Shout out.
They went and actually saw the REBOOT ROADSHOW again in Iowa, I believe.
No
So,
way,
yeah,
really?
They went to the Cedar Rapids one. I want to say it was Cedar Rapids. Don't hold me to it, but it was one or two after us. So
That's
no,
cool.
no. I think it was two because the next day they went to
Wisconsin,
to
didn't
Wisconsin,
they?
right?
Yeah, I think
Something
so.
like that.
Something like that.
So yeah, but yeah, he's a cool dude. Anyways,
That's awesome.
that was probably my favorite experience of the night, was being like, oh shit, like we get to kick it, and like now I got a buddy looking back. That's
yeah,
kinda cool.
yeah.
Yeah, that was neat.
That's awesome. What about you, Jess?
So I always said my favorite part of the night. My favorite part of the movie was like towards the end when they ran into Holden again at the Chronicon,
Yeah.
Yes.
and he kept referencing the movies. Like, do you remember that?
Oh, his
Yeah.
own movies, like when he's like
Yeah.
Gone Girl.
Yeah,
Gone
and he
Girl.
was like, and he's like Batman versus Superman, or like whatever else he said. I don't remember, but I was laughing so hard at that. I thought that was my favorite part.
well, and
But
also,
I'm such a
that
big
was my
Ben
that was
Affleck
that was
fan.
one of my favorite scenes of the whole movie. Like I thought, because he had been talking about how he got Ben Affleck to come back, and how this scene is a sequel to Chasing Amy.
Yeah, kind of like a close on that.
Yeah, and I loved and the scene totally delivered. I loved that scene. Absolutely loved that scene. And I miss Ben Affleck and Kevin Smith movies. It made me miss Ben, because I think Ben Affleck in a Kevin Smith movie is totally different than a Ben Affleck in any other movie. And I realized how much I missed that Ben Affleck in a Kevin Smith movie. It makes it completely different, and I totally enjoy watching him not only in this movie but in all of Kevin Smith's movies. It was great.
Agreed.
Absolutely. You know, it was really interesting seeing the movie by myself, but I had like a friend with me who says he was a huge Kevin Smith
Tell me
fan.
about that.
It's our friend Sean. He was on the podcast before.
Yes.
He was.
Cool
He sat.
dude.
He sat next to you.
Yes,
Yes,
he
yeah.
sat next to
You.
me during the road show.
Now at the road show, yes, he was with us, but also him and I went to that Fathom event that we talked about.
Mm-hmm.
So that was kind of strange because once again, it's like going to see it. Like, how do I look watching it? You know what I'm saying? And it was
What do you
really
mean?
neat. Well, I don't know. Like, we mentioned like you fucking told us about when you cried during the flick, right? Like I cried during this
Yeah.
movie. Like the first time I saw it, like by
Yeah.
myself. Oh, dude, it was a beautiful experience. The theater only had like 30 people in it. And that's the way you kind of want it to be. Like, there was no, like, I've gone to films recently in different theaters where it's just been like a kind of awful experience, because whether it's like a nice recliner seat place or it's a fucking like hole in the wall theater that seats 30, there's people who are sitting next to you, and those people are either trash or they're cool. You know what I'm saying? It's one or the other.
Yeah,
Did we tell you about that? How we walked out of Once Upon a Time?
Yeah, did you hear about our terrible
In
Once
Hollywood?
Upon a Time experience?
So
we walked out of it the first time, not for the movie.
So here's what I had heard is that basically you were telling a guy that was two guys, okay? Two guys, you're basically saying, "Hey, I love you, but you're a jerk." It's essentially what I
that was
kind of got
45
from.
minutes into the movie. After the prior 44 minutes, they had kept talking, but they would be like when Margot Robbie was like shown as Sharon Tate or whatever, they would be like, "Oh, that's crazy because that's how they actually looked in the blah blah blahs." Like, because they were that old, they were around when like the Manson
they were in
family
their
murders
late
happened.
You know the
60s,
things that you think while you're watching a movie, and you're like, "This is a good thing to talk about after the movie."
No, they felt the need to talk about it
They
in real
didn't
time.
well, it's not like they felt the need to. They didn't have the ability to not do that.
Because it
is what
wasn't,
seemed
yeah,
like.
it wasn't just
Okay.
Tyler and I. It was the
It-
whole theater. There was 15 of us, maybe, and every single person had been like, "Yo, please be quiet, shush."
Just-
And then it got to the point where people were like, "Yo, shut the fuck up." Like, it was terrible. We walked out. Like, I was like, I can't do this anymore. Like, it ruined the whole experience of the Tarantino movie.
Awful.
Like, terrible. And so we walked out, and they were like, they gave us like, "We're so sorry, blah blah blah, like we'll figure it out." And then after we left, 10 minutes later, we're standing outside because we're friends with a couple people who work at the theater up the street, and they were like, "Oh, we're so sorry, like here's some free tickets." And then those guys left. They just left 10 minutes after Tyler and I walked out.
No, they didn't leave. They were asked to leave twice.
Oh.
Apparently. So just to fill
I didn't
you
know
in-
that.
Yeah,
I
there
thought
was
that they finally just decided to leave.
Yeah, we got walking away from the theater. God, we're gonna wrap
Was
this.
this that
We'll do
music
this
box?
quick. What's up? No. That's what I'm saying. This is a totally different experience, but I'll wrap it real quick. Basically, we went to go see Once Upon a Time. Those people were fucking assholes and talking. This wasn't a music box. This was a different theater altogether. Nothing bad about the music box from me.
No,
the only
fabulous.
time, my only biggest complaint is that like it's an older theater,
And there's-
but that's what I love
Yeah, it
about
is.
it.
It
But
is.
that's what I love about it.
And the
Like-
seats are old.
like you can
The
go
seats
pay,
are old. That's it.
pay $12 to go sit in a decent seat, and you can pay fucking 18 to go sit in a seat that's gonna throw you around like a rag doll. You know what I'm saying? Like, or you can go see these big screens and shit. This theater is like, it seats maybe 80 in the room we were in, and there was probably 38 people, and these two just mushy brained old people is the only way you can describe it. They shouldn't be allowed in public, but fuck, man, they're going down to the cinema tonight, and we got $6 in our pocket, and we got a little bit of corn liquor in the back pocket, and we're gonna go see us a fucking film. Okay, Tony, get your coat, like, let's go. They're decent people, probably, but they just don't fucking get that the world has changed, and like there's rules that you have to fucking abide by. This isn't the Wild West. It was fucking cool in the 40s, yeah, but you were also 7. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure that was fucking cool, but
When was it ever cool to talk during a movie?
I'd like to think Sandlot days. Like, whenever
Actually,
Sandlot happened,
actually, I have a
feel
story.
like those kids were talking.
I actually have a story.
God, let's wrap.
Oh,
let's,
shit,
let's,
sorry.
Let's wrap this fight thing, because it was such a curveball. It was, we didn't need to bring it up, but we're here. So yeah, we ended up going out of the theater and being like, this was the worst fucking thing. You want to just leave? Because like, yeah, we both agreed. Like, I was yelling at an old man, saying shit like, "I love you, but I hope you die." Like, I hope
I
you
didn't.
die.
Tyler
young.
said that
to
and
him?
people around me were like,
Well, it's
"Fuck
Tyler.
yeah, we hope you die." 'Cause
Really? People
it
were.
was an opening night for a Tarantino flick.
Oh my
and these
God.
two fucking oh hello old men is the only way to describe it. Like, from the Nick Kroll, John Mulaney.
Too much tuna?
Too much tuna went to go see Tarantino. Too much Tarantino is what it was. It was too much Tarantino. It was fucking awful, Matty. So we left, and then Jess and I were feeling like shit, and then we got half a block away, and we're like, you want to just see if there's another screening? Like, fuck these guys. Let's go see what's happening again. So we're walking back, and sure enough, right as rain, everything's good. Like, there's another screen you can go to. But to get through, like, after talking to the people, like, we were there for like 10 minutes after we decided to leave, and like just telling them like this, just like it's like if the old fucking like if Venom, just the bacteria Venom attached to like 3 old men. And there was technically only 2 of them, so they like squeezed 2 of these old men together to make one guy.
Venoms.
It was fucking disgusting act of public living. The only way to describe it. It was disgusting. And they were like the boss battle, though. When we had to go back in, they were standing outside because they got kicked the fuck out because they're terrible people. So we had to walk past these people now in public. Now it's not like we're in the dark theater. Now it's like, I see you under the marquee light, and I'm going to fuck you up. But you're also 86, so I can't be like aggressive and big because your heart will stop and I'll probably go to jail. It was more of like, I need to say some shit to you that
they
only
tried to
you
talk
will
to me.
understand. Yeah, they tried to talk to Jess because she walked up first. Oh, it was bad. I could tell from the sidewalk.
Oh my god! Maddie, you know how I get. You know how
Yes,
I
I
can
know how
be
you get.
Oh,
sometimes.
Maddie, it was
So
juicy.
then how did you
Juicy.
get?
I literally was like, "Don't you dare fucking speak to me," and I walked into the theater.
Dude, she pointed like a mom. She goes, "You don't get to talk to me," and then she walked right in. I will never forget that
I had
moment.
my fucking Karen.
I will never
like,
Wait,
let
wait,
me
wait,
speak
moment.
to your manager.
So let's set the stage. You guys have left.
We left.
We turned around
went
and
kicked
down the
out.
street.
Yeah.
Yep.
They get kicked out.
We decided
How did they catch up to you?
They didn't.
No,
they
'cause-
stayed outside the theater.
Yeah, because they
So
were
they're
kicked out
outside
of the
theater
theater
because they just got kicked out.
and we had
Okay,
decided to
And
go
we
back.
had
You
decided
decided
to
to
go
go back
back and get a ticket to the next screening because we looked at our phone. 10:30 was the next screening. It's in 20 minutes. Let's
And then
just
Not
so
even,
then,
yeah.
Then what
They were like-
instigated them to
they-
come up to you?
Nothing.
We had
This
to
is
go
the
inside
worst
the
part.
theater and they're at the door.
Yeah, and they go.
We
they
knew
go,
who they were.
He
It's,
literally,
it's a theater that sits 40
Yeah.
people.
yeah, and he literally said something like, "Oh, I hope you're having a good evening,
Yeah.
ma'am." And I literally was like, "Don't you dare fucking speak to me."
Dude, just
What did he
unloaded.
say?
He
What
was
did they-
like,
how did they react?
Dude, like, how would you think
And I
out of
walked
nowhere
in.
somebody who you're just like, hello, is like, don't you fucking talk to me.
Like some white girl
'Cause she
is
did-
like,
just didn't say anything
Oh,
the whole movie.
okay.
I was the one talking.
Yeah.
So they were expecting my voice, not hers. You get what I'm saying? So
"It was
anyways,
date night, Maddie," and they ruined date
it was
night.
a single date night. And you know what's hilarious is I fucking hate, just God, this theater, dude. I love like the idea of it because it reminds me of being a kid when my grandma would take me to like the dollar movie theater and I'd watch like I'd go see Sideways for some reason because I'm 6 and no one cares.
She took you to Sideways.
Dude, it was there were 2 movies for a month. And
that
so,
movie
like,
is fucked up
That
for a
is
kid.
not
dropped
for a
me off
6-year-old.
Sideways. It wasn't She Took Me. But you know what was playing next
There's
to it?
like-
You know what was playing next to it? Fred Claus. I fucking love Fred Claus because my grandma took me to the
I
dollar
would
theater.
rather
And for
rather
$5
she jocked out to Fred Claus than
But she
Sideways.
did so many times, and eventually I was like, I'm just going in this door. What's this movie playing?
There are
And
adults
no-
dealing with sexual issues in that
Dude,
movie.
it was fucked, man. I saw it like 19 times.
And you
in
wonder why
December.
Tyler's so fucked.
Leading up to Christmas, I
This
saw
explains
it more
a lot,
than,
Tyler.
Like Hallmark movies.
This explains a lot.
It also explains why the fuck I love the dude who was also in the Zoo movie, and he was in Tarzan, but he's also in Sideways. He's
Brendan,
across from Paul Giamatti. I just can't.
Oh
remember his
yeah,
name.
you're talking about his last name is Church. Thomas.
Thomas Church. Oh,
Christian-
Matty, would you like to guess what
Oh,
his name
let's
is
guess another. Okay,
to be shot with the gun?
Thomas.
Matty, take a moment to think about it.
All right, so it's going to be his last name.
Okay.
oh, that's
Hayden
that person.
Hayden Thomas Church.
Wow, you remembered all 3 names?
Hayden Christian Church.
No, Hayden Christian.
Hayden Christian Thomas.
Wait, time out. Which words is he getting right?
All of them.
He's got them all right. Then why?
They're
are you
just in the
angry
wrong
at him?
order.
Oh wow.
Thomas Hayden Church.
Ding, 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 ding.
Ooh, Barungi.
You still got it wrong, fuckhead.
Like
you idiot.
15
You
times.
guessed like 30,000 names.
Yeah, I
You
know.
were about to name.
Well,
what's his-
listen,
oh.
listen. It's not about. Listen,
You said Hayden Christensen.
It's exactly what it's about.
I said Hayden Christian Church,
Hayden
Oh.
Christian Church.
and the thing
Dude,
that
that
threw me
sounds
off
like
was,
Eric Church's brother, who's like a gemstone.
And
Watch Gemstones.
Who's that? Who's that singer? Charlotte Church.
Oh, that
What's
I
her
don't
name?
know.
The singer's Eric Church.
Oh, Eric Church. Yeah, well, whatever. Are we gonna get to this?
Anywhoozle.
Never skip it.
Yes, we are going to get to that. Hold tight, man. What the fuck? You got a bedtime now? Hold on, man.
I'm just curious.
He's
You
got a big
decided to
boy
show
job,
up early.
remember?
Let's get a time check real quick, folks. Yeah, we're sitting pretty, but we'll get you out quick.
No, I'm not. I'm
No!
not worried about that.
I want that
Oh, I
as a
think-
drop.
Curious.
I hope we
think
got
you
that
misinterpreted. We want him gone.
clean. Yeah.
I'm
I
kidding.
got.
I
We
love
got
you.
that. No,
Ouch.
we don't want you gone.
No, we love you.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Do you want me to shoot
So,
you again to prove my
favorite-
love?
that'd be great.
Hey, look at me, you two, you little children. I will turn this pot around. Fucking pay attention. All right. This is what it was like to work with each other too. And could
it
you
was way
imagine just
worse.
being a fly on the
it
fucking
was.
wall?
We actually.
By the way, ran into one of our old customers last night because I see her every Sunday night because this is somebody who runs the city of Chicago
Physically
and talks
runs
about it
it.
all the time and looks like an egg with fucking legs and arms. So yeah, her initials are WJ.
Okay.
I don't know if Maddie would have.
I don't know
think.
if you remember, but she was the worst customer. In the
I think
world,
she
and
was post Maddie leaving.
Although
us.
I do remember we had an infamous customer who went viral. She was a customer that would come in very often and always cause a ruckus. And she would come in and she would immediately complain about her phone or about her phone plan, something having to do with her phone. And she ended up about 4 or 5 years ago going viral because she's not completely there in the head, and she was on she was on the beach on Lakeshore, and she was screaming out racial epithets.
Of course.
And somebody was recording it on their phone, and she was screaming it at them, and it ended up going viral. And I remember when I saw the video on YouTube, I was like, oh my God, she comes into Radio Shack all the time, and she'll either complain about her phone or she'll complain about something, but she comes into Radio Shack all the fucking time.
Stick around to the end of the episode to hear the audio, folks.
No thanks.
Little incentive for them viewers who really want to fucking milk this episode out.
This was a different
what?
lady, thankfully.
Let's do this real quick just to wrap off the Kevin Smith thing, and then we'll
You got it.
just and then we can go to this if you want. So we'll save you getting shot too for the next TikTok.
Thank you.
Anyways, if you got your chance to go up and ask a question, what would your question have been?
My question, great question. Because
Is that your question?
my question would have been related to Jason Mewes. There isn't much that Kevin Smith hasn't already talked about in regards to his development of this movie, but I would have liked to have asked Jay what it was like to play the character of Jay with some now that his character has gotten to a point where he feels regret, because it's because of, in my opinion, I thought the reason why I loved his performance in the movie so much is because it was for the first time his character felt real regret and actually thought about his life in a real way, and it was because of his daughter. And he started to think about his life in a way that he realized how much time had been wasted and how he was going to reboot his life. And I would have liked to have talked to him about his process in terms of what it was like to actually take this character to a whole different level that he's never taken it before. I thought it was great, and I thought that without that, the film wouldn't have been justified. If you didn't have that, if you didn't have this transformation of Jay,
Yeah, you really sold it, man. He made me cry.
it was I loved it. I thought that was and I understand now why Kevin Smith kept saying the star of this movie is Jay.
Oh, for sure.
He's at, and the reason why is because it's about Jay. It's not about Jay and Silent Bob. It's about Jay, and it's about his relationship with his daughter and him. That's why I love the ending so much. Not only because they played "Daughter" by Pearl Jam, which I thought was fucking great, but he ends up ends up teaching her at what the thing that he knows best, which is how to stand in front of a convenience store and cause havoc. I fucking loved that. I thought that was great. I thought that was them having their cake and eating it too.
Oh, for sure.
You know, like
the whole movie.
Yeah, it was like, listen, he's still Jay, but he's Jay he's Jay that's finally learned from his mistakes, and he's Jay that's finally learned from the life that he's lived. And I loved it. I think it's Kevin Smith's best movie since Red State.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh my god, I forgot about Red State. That is such a good movie.
Red State's fantastic.
Yeah.
Fucking Michael Parks, dude.
Michael Parks is so great. John Goodman's great.
You know
Kevin Pollak is excellent in it, even though he gets fucking killed
Spoilers.
immediately. Spoilers.
Speaking of like the idea of the fan service that Jess talked about with her response, I think my question would have been like, who was either the toughest person who said no, like was like absolutely not, and I think I already know the answer. That'd probably be Jeff Anderson, I think, because we had Brian O'Halloran in this, right, in the start.
Yes,
And,
Jeff
like,
Anderson.
Jeff Anderson's always the get, you know what I'm saying? Which is interesting how he got it for Zack and Mary Make a Porno.
Yeah.
Which that wasn't like really part of the world.
No.
So I wanted to see if like he tried reaching out to Seth Rogen at one point to see if he wanted to stitch it with Monroe.
Well, the truth is that they don't own the rights to Zack and Mary Make a Porno.
Still, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
they use,
which
Brandon
is why
St. Randy
they never
without
used
saying.
James St. Randy, I think is the
Brandon St. Randy.
Brandon St. Randy
with Jason or Justin Long.
They never say his name. That's
Right.
why they never say his name.
Right, but it's implied.
It's
you know what I'm
implied,
saying?
and you
Which is
totally
great.
know who he is.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. It's just
It was great when he like
Look at
when he
Matty
walks
light up.
when
I
he
love
walks
it.
around the when they were done with one court case and then he walks around
Yeah, and he
to be
sits
the
down.
defendant. That was great.
Why
I
not?
loved that.
You got him for the day. Use him. But my after like thinking about it, it's been like what, a week and a half, give
Yeah,
or
it's
take.
been about a week and a half.
When did we go do this again?
I think this is officially.
It was in October.
This is week 2.
So 2 weeks.
2 weeks
All right,
ago.
that's
Yeah.
fair. That's fair. God, they still have so long to go. I think the tour is like 40 cities.
Yeah, I think March,
Did they
February,
sell
March.
out all 40 cities?
Not yet. There's
Not
still
yet.
tickets available.
Oh, okay. Because like they'd
Jay
add
and
a
Silent Bob
second
Reboot
show.
Roadshow.com.
Yeah, they'd add a second show to us. So I didn't know if they'd actually sold out the whole tour or not.
They're fucking kicking ass. Their pictures from the Fillmore was beautiful, dude. That theater sold the fuck out.
I didn't see that.
Oh
In
man, it's fucking
San Antonio,
really cool.
I think recently. I could be wrong on that, but somewhere.
I love the fact that we had a few dates to drop.
What question would have you used asked him?
How would you have introduced, or how would you have liked to have used Alan Rickman if you had the chance?
Oh, that's a great
R.I.P.
question.
So, like, even if you could just sneak him in here, like, how would you have brought him in? Because he
That's
does
a great
little,
question.
Like, would he be sitting in the corner smoking, like, with Matt Damon or something? You know what I mean? Like how Matt Damon was sitting, and doing his little part.
They all they
Like, what if they just
it had
just
nothing to
cross
do
it?
with the movie.
Yeah, what if
Nothing
you
to
just
do.
cross cut the angle of that scene and then you just see him sitting like behind him or something? You know what I'm saying? Just in the background,
Yeah.
smoking a cigarette or something, doing some weird shit.
Oh, that's a great question.
Yeah.
Oh,
feel
I would
like-
have loved to have heard that answer.
Yeah, that's a fun one. But dude, at one point, like, I definitely fanned out and was like, "What would I say to this dude? Like, he almost just died, and he's just now, on his road show and like about to go on this new journey, like this new chapter of his life and shit. Like, and if I saw right when I saw that fucking mic stand and where I was sitting, I could have just been like, "Yep, fuck it," and just like walked all the way down there. Just been like, "I don't give a fuck. Like, fuck you, kid. He doesn't have to say get up. This ain't my first rodeo, pimp." Just, like, I know all the exits of this motherfucker, dude. You won't play? You won't play? But no, it's cool. I held back. I was calm
Well,
to an extent.
So
we did end up in the alley.
this it leads me to my next question, which is, after I left, what? Because I left after the movie was done, because I couldn't stick around. What you guys stayed? What was that experience like? What did you guys? How long did you guys stay? What happened?
Less than an hour. We stayed maybe 20 minutes
20,
at
30.
most.
Because the problem was the second show's VIP happened after. So when you left, you were like, fifth out the door or whatever. But like when we finally, because we waited until the whole theater cleared out and walked out, but there was lined from where that small room off to the side is, all the way back up past the concessions and back towards the bathroom was our VIP, and that.
So do you remember the line that was across from us?
Yes.
How it was like West Side Story out for the music box? It was hilarious.
Yeah, those were the VIPs.
Dude, it was down to the point where like we both had the New York Comic Con fucking, like, remember when Jess was talking about the pop figures had like little stickers? So the one we carried around, right, that Blunt Man and Chronic one, has the New York Comic Con sticker. It's like you have to be at that Comic Con to get that pop, you know what I mean? At on both lines, I don't know if you remember this or not, but it was like me, you, Jess, Sean, and then like the other couples and shit, Matt, and
right?
The
the
dude from Comic Book Men who wouldn't show about being on Comic Book Men, who then went on to
ask him a question,
or not? Like, that wasn't a question.
It wasn't so much a question, but it was
as
like
a statement,
and it was kind of a like.
All right,
it was kind of this like weird.
It was like Sean asking a question. Did anyone
I don't know
else
if we
feel
should
that
put,
way?
not the Sean that we're mentioning that was with us. That's
no,
don't put it out like that. And don't mention anyone else.
Here's
Be
the
careful.
Deal.
Take all that
featured
back.
him on Comic Man, but then he went on and said, the toy that you featured
wasn't a Ghostbuster.
Wasn't the toy that I brought, and it was very
like
petty.
He was carrying that for years.
It was very petty
to something that probably wasn't his choice at all. Like
probably had nothing to do.
It's AMC, dude.
It's AMC. It's running the producers. Kevin's not even there. It was really weird. It was just it
wasn't the weirdest question of the night.
No, I don't even want to. I don't even want to talk about that.
Fuck that guy.
Fuck that.
That guy is the equivalent of the dude who fucked up the Cubs game to me.
No, but fuck that guy who asked it, and fuck that guy who sat behind us.
Dude, that
guy that sat by his face.
They got kicked out so quick. Or not the guy in the front, but the guy in the back. Oh, dude, the fucking ninjas fell from the ceiling to get him out of there, dude. It was awesome.
Good, because he was awful. I couldn't find him. I kept hearing him, but I couldn't find him.
Literally, but like our entire row was turned at the same time. Was like, shut the fuck up. Yeah. Like I screamed that at another human being violently.
Talk too much.
It was funny.
I mean, there's no point because it really is. It's all just bullshit.
But I tell you what, the Facebook page, because everyone was like, "What'd you think, Chicago?" Ooh, comments.
What were the comments on Facebook?
Crazy towards those two guys.
Really?
Yeah, man.
What were they
People
saying?
who are like, dude, like the guy fucking one of them said like sorry, but I think it was the guy who asked the question, and everyone's like, now we know your fucking name and face. I was like, oh shit, oh man, you can't take the brown line.
Well, the problem was that it looked like he almost made Kevin Smith cry. Did you see that at one point?
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
It was crazy. It looked like Kevin Smith was like he was getting.
Imagine if he would have just stopped the Q&A at that point. If he'd been like, you know what, no, we're done. Have a good night, guys.
He's not that kind of guy.
I know he's not that kind of guy.
He gave an elegant answer.
Yeah,
like he played it off.
And honestly,
but
it's not like
it's a moment, like,
he did. He was basically just like, listen, nobody wants to hear those types of stories.
So it's all right. Like, we can move past this, guys. But like, it was.
I just don't know.
It was just uncalled for, but at the same time, at the same time, on paper, the question wasn't bad because it wasn't like the dude was like a reporter asking specificities of things. It was like
no, but it was in bad taste.
Yeah, it was a bad taste
awful.
question.
And we had just watched a movie, and we had just watched
that was the
Kevin
second
Smith
question,
movie, and that's the question you want to ask him after watching this movie. You are clearly a jerk. I'm sorry. You were just clearly a jerk.
And with that, we'll move on because I really don't want to focus like heavily on that.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Let's not give them like the benefit. Or you know what? Let's not make him cry more because like he's already getting
it looked like Kevin Smith was getting emotional.
Oh, that's not who I'm talking about. I'm talking about the guy who fucking realized in the middle of it. That's
realized. Oh, I fucked up.
But also, I mean, fucking applaud.
I asked a really bad question.
Yeah. Applaud him for fucking trying. I mean,
he had guts to ask the question, but also like being booed by an entire room of like your peers.
That doesn't feel good.
Because like
we all just did the wah together like 2 hours ago, man. The whole room turned.
Well, whatever happened to wah?
But hey, at the same time, the night moved on.
And
the questions got better, and he broke. Like I said, he broke the ice in a very fucking like C4 fashion,
in like a violent,
awful way.
It was cleared the room. Let's not lie, but it wasn't like. Everyone still
didn't ruin the night.
It did not ruin the night. So we'll move past it.
It's the second time in
I'd like
almost
to know where
many weeks I got
Alan
to scream
Rickman.
"fuck you" to somebody.
Or you know what?
Or if he could have gotten Seth Rogen.
I would also like to know where he would.
Yeah.
If Alan Rickman was still alive, that is a great question.
Or if there was like a version of the script, like his vomit draft, where he's like, let's say I could play with every character I have in the roster. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh, this person said, like, never got back, so we'll just fucking sliver that out. It's a road trip movie, so they can stop so many places. I would really like to see, like, an uncut, ultimate budget version of the script where it's like, now Craig Robinson is this character playing around with, you know, we'll give him and Ben a moment for no other reason than just because, you know,
Yeah.
and instead of him coming back just as Holden, he's also coming back as like the dude who worked at the mall, or like the guy, I'm so bad with names, but the basically the main character from Mallrats. What the fuck was his name? Like his girl?
Banky.
No,
Banks?
no,
Do we wanna
that's
play the game?
Jason Lee. I don't want to play the game because I genuinely don't remember this cat's name.
I don't remember his name either.
But he's the guy who's like, I'd tell my girlfriend to get off a game show.
Oh yeah, it's the
That- But that guy, it's not Banky, because Banky is Jason Lee. It's his friend.
it's his friend. I
But-
know what
Ben
you're talking about.
Affleck's character?
No.
No,
Oh,
no,
who's-
it's just
whose
another
character?
character. That's just, I
Oh.
just can't, I fucking, for the life of me, cannot remember this guy's name. Anyways, what I'm getting at is like, yes, how would you have played with all your toys instead of just what you got to play with?
That's a great
Good
question.
question.
Great question.
And then I had the weird fan speech of like, you almost died, man, and like all of our fucking hero almost died. And like Stan is gone, but you're not. And like we're so thankful for that, man, because that's beautiful. That's like if Stan got to play with his characters one last time to us.
well,
you know what I'm saying?
And what's great is that because of how well received this movie is,
Oh, and that would've made that
we're
old
now
man
going to
ball
get
for the
we're
wrong
getting
reasons.
Clerks 3 and we're getting Mallrats 2.
Yeah, yes,
Like,
we
we're
are,
get- we're
and it's
getting-
going to be a prom movie. Cool.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't care.
great. I love it.
I
love it.
hope it's a little bit better than Yoga Hosers. Is
Yeah,
all
I-
I care about.
I
Just a little bit
did.
better.
A little bit better than Yoga Hosers. My favorite part of Yoga Hosers was Ralph Garman. Like,
True.
like him saying in the thing that won me over was him and when he was doing the different voices, and he did in his Al Pacino voice, "My little wiener babies." That won me over. Him listening to him say, "My little wiener babies."
Why not?
Well, that won me over. I was like, okay, I love this movie, and because it's Ralph Garman and he's doing voices.
You could
Give me a full
definitely
movie of
see
that.
the movies from the perspective of him smoking weed and him not smoking weed.
Yeah, he's a lot more of a positive person. Like, especially
He made a movie about a guy getting turned into a fucking walrus. He's not positive. That shit was
I think he's way more.
disgustingly fucking twisted.
No, he's twisted, but I'd say his movies are I don't know, like
It's fun. They're fun.
yeah, they're fun. They're fun and they're weird. They don't, in my opinion, I don't think they take themselves too seriously.
Which is what I think his fans want.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
it's also what he wants.
They don't want to take it
Yeah.
too seriously.
Yeah.
Fuck, his inspiration was a movie called Slackers.
Have you seen Slackers?
Not in a long time.
I love that movie. It's again, it's different. You kind of have to come at it from a different point of view. It's not a narrative. It's just people talking. That's really all it is. It's people talking about their lives, the meaning of life, all that shit.
As we pause for a moment and all look at the fourth wall.
Yeah.
We look back at each other and continue. Jess, I love you. All right,
love you.
guys. So let's move on past the Reboot Roadshow. Good time. If it's coming to your city, check it out. It's a great fucking night. Star Wars trailer dropped, and I got to watch
Dropped the
Matty.
same day as Reboot, as we saw Reboot Roadshow.
I got to see Matty cry on a sidewalk. So I am going to let Jess and Matthias take over for a moment. And guys, tell me what you thought of the trailer.
Well, like I said before, Matty tears keep me young, so I need them
Yeah.
in my life. So if I could just keep that happening.
All right.
Honestly, a part of me is so excited for this movie, but then the other part of me is very upset that it's the closing of a chapter.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, the prequels were the prequels. Good and both bad, but I just feel like this section of Star Wars movies is such a good answer to the original three, and I'm very sad because it's closing, and now I don't know where we're going into the future.
Yeah, I agree.
And I don't like this uncertainty. It's just like when Endgame was over. It's like, well, now what?
Well, I think the difference is that with Endgame ending, we still know that we're going to keep we're still going to get to keep we're going to get to keep the same characters.
Yeah.
I remember when we were watching it on the sidewalk on my phone, and I was digging it, but I really didn't.
C-3PO?
Yeah, it was. Yeah. It was that that whole C-3PO scene where he says, "I'm taking one last look at my friends," and then I realized, oh fuck, this is ending, and well, partly I was like, don't tell me that C-3PO dies, because if he dies, that would kill me. That would kill me. But if he does die,
that might have been my favorite drop of this show that I've ever had. And I'm gonna cut that out, and that's going in the vault. That was
if he does die, good on you guys, because you would have. I hope it's justified. But it's that thing that it's over. Like, this is the end, and I told a friend of mine at work, we were talking about Rise of Skywalker, and he was like, so,
which is such a dope name, though.
It's a good name. I like it.
Good name for the movie.
It's not bad. I'm curious to find out what it means. We can all speculate what it means, but we won't know until we actually see the movie.
And even then,
yeah. And he asked me, he was like, "Are you excited about it?" I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Do you think you'll be disappointed, or do you think you'll love it?" And I go, honestly, as long as it doesn't make me feel the way Attack of the Clones made me feel, I'm gonna love it. I remember when I saw Attack of the Clones when it came out in the movie theater. I took a friend of mine. I think it was either a freshman or a sophomore in high school, and I took my friend Drew to go see it. And I remember thinking, okay, this is a little bit better than Phantom Menace. I'm digging it. And then they started rolling around in the grass, and I realized, oh, fuck. Not only am I a fan of a movie that fucking sucks, I'm never getting laid.
Wait till I get back before you give me these fucking these golden nuggets. You wait till I have my microphone.
That fear that was just, it was so embarrassing. I felt so embarrassed watching.
I forgot how much slack I have on this. I can stand across the room.
I was so embarrassed watching this movie in a movie theater with my buddy who's like still a good friend of mine. I was so embarrassed. I thought, why am I such a fan of this
garbage?
Of this garbage. This is embarrassing.
Dude, I saw Yoga Hosers on tour.
Yeah, but you saw it on tour.
Yeah, it was cool.
I mean, that's badass.
I don't even think I took it on tour. I think I actually saw it in a theater. I'm sad.
Well, I mean, as a fan of particularly terrible movies.
Yeah. Batman and Robin.
I stand by the bat nips.
Bat nips all day.
All right, back to Skywalker, though. Right.
Never leave the Batcave without my Bat credit card.
Never mind.
Killed the franchise and killed comic book movies, but go ahead.
You were talking about them rolling in the grass, and all I could think of in the other room was, dude, you're like, you love the sound of music. You love pasture movies. Like, why are you against this?
I am against this because it's awful.
Those are alive, bro.
It is awful.
But then you started going the route that I was thinking. I was like, he just likes bad movies. You're like, I like bad movies. And I was like, oh my God, Matty keeps saying everything I'm thinking. HiandHello.com. I'm going to start selling books, man. I learned how to get Matty to fucking say what I think, and then you're like, I love bad movies. I'm never going to get laid. And I'm like, holy shit. This is wild. Yeah, your parents aren't from Texas. They're from Connecticut.
No.
We don't need people to find them.
No, not at all. Why did you bring that up?
Because I was thinking of a lot of things in the other room, Matty.
Obviously.
A lot of things. Star Wars.
Continue. But so anyway, I in regards to the trailer, I felt it did exactly what it needed to do. The same thing that the Endgame trailer did. It didn't tell me much. I'm already going to buy a ticket.
You've already bought tickets.
We've already bought tickets. You bought them.
I bought them. I'm going to see it at 8 a.m. on Friday that it comes out, and then on Sunday. And with you guys, honestly, it didn't tell me anything about the story, and I'm fine with that. I
just
don't
want
want to know
all
anything
of my
about the
Ray
story.
questions answered. That's
I want
my
to discover
only
the story
hope.
as I'm watching it.
Yeah, no. I don't want to be spoiled at all, but I just want all of the questions I have about Ray to be answered in this movie.
So from what I
Because
read,
I feel like
yeah.
I still have so many questions that I was left unanswered.
So the two
on the last one,
the two things that the writer Chris Terrio said that they focused on, the two big questions that they focused on when they were writing the script were, the first question was, who is Ray? And then the second question was, how strong is the Force? And those are the two big questions that they're going to be tackling in this movie.
do we get more answers to like with Kylo? 'Cause I
I don't
love
know.
Kylo
I mean, maybe. I mean, if I don't know. I'm excited just to discover it like everybody else.
This was the final trailer that dropped, right? Like,
Yeah, there's
this is
no
it.
other
There's
trailer.
nothing
I mean,
else
there'll be
coming out.
TV trailers,
Right,
like
right,
30-second
Yeah, but
spots, but
it's-
it's all going to be the same footage.
Right, okay.
Let's assume.
So your favorite moment was C-3PO dying. Your favorite moment, what was it again?
Matty crying.
No, but like from the trailer.
Oh,
Actually, my favorite moment of the trailer is right after that. It's when honestly, like, for me, Star Wars is Finn screaming "woo." I could listen to Finn screaming "woo"
oh, that scene in the Falcon.
all fucking day. Like, that to me is Star Wars. Like, that is him fucking cheering at, you know, whatever. But that moment in the trailer is, that to me is Star Wars. That is the fun.
Like, I liked
of Star
the
Wars.
scene of like, what was it? The collapsed Death Star.
Oh yeah.
It was such just beautifully, just so much. Like, oh, that's the thing about these new threes. The cinematography in it is just fucking fantastic. But then I don't know where they were, but it kind of reminded me of the planet from Attack of the Clones where it was like raining. Do you remember talking about?
Camino.
Camino, thank you. Well, yeah, the hidden planet. But like when they were standing there and there was all that rain coming down, and her and Kylo were like lightsabers out,
Yeah.
like ready to fight.
Ready to fight.
And I was like, oh man, it's that fucking scene from the first movie where like she gets cut really bad, but like he also gets cut, and then
But it's also
you
it's
know,
also
but
a
they've
parallel.
grown so much.
But it's
like,
also
so
a
now
parallel
it's gonna be
of Revenge of the Sith instead of
yes.
lava, a river or an ocean of lava.
Right now
not
it's an ocean of water,
which is great.
Yeah.
I love that shit. That's fucking great.
oh yeah, the parallels are insane. But yeah, I can't wait for that because I feel like they've had this battle happen in each movie, and Rey's gotten progressively stronger from that first moment when they're in the snow mountain area
Yeah.
till when they fought in the room together.
The throne
and then,
room.
Yeah, thank you. And then now they're on this like crazy water planet. I don't know what the planet is or where they are, but it's like you
they
see her
announced the name of
getting.
it, but it's not Endor. Which
Okay.
is interesting. Or the moon of Endor.
Yeah.
They haven't really addressed where this planet is.
Yeah, like what this mysterious planet is. But like you see her getting progressively stronger throughout the
Is that
first
your
two
tum-tum?
movies.
It's my tummy.
Oh, tell me. And I'm really excited to see her strength in this like final movie. Also the weird like dark Ray thing.
Whatever that is.
Yeah,
I
'cause
mean,
I
it could be a
think-
clone. My feeling is that it's a clone. It's
Yeah?
not Ray.
You going clone?
I'm going
Are
clone.
we really gonna bring it to Clone Wars?
Well, there is a battle droid in the background in the trailer where the C-3PO scene.
Well, and I'm
There is a battle droid
interested
in the background.
because you know, like
So
I mean,
What
we've
if it's
touched
just a
on it.
surrogate?
We've touched on this a couple times,
Give
but
it to
like
Kylo, and Kylo's like, I'm cool.
I'm
could be.
obviously I
Why
collect Funko Pops and I like follow way too many people on social media and I have the apps and stuff, but they just and/or are dropping a Dark Ray Funko Pop.
Ooh.
So I
Holy
feel like
sheesh.
so I feel like if you're gonna make a character pop, like it has to have some sort of like meaning. But like this is what it like, and it's not like a fan made, but like that's what it looks like.
Oh, that.
She's like she has the lightsaber and she's like in the cloak. Like
I'm not
so
gonna
like
lie, it's
I'm gonna buy it.
It's adorable.
I'm gonna buy it.
Let me
Like
see.
It's adorable.
Oh, right on.
but like I just feel like if you're gonna make a Funko Pop, like the character has to be somewhat meaningful.
Sure.
So
Head over to our Instagram and we'll throw it up with the rest of the pictures from this
Yeah.
episode.
so
Oh yeah.
Why not?
Why not?
We've
I
been
don't know.
plugging a fucking $75,000 fake website all night. Might as well plug ourselves for a minute.
Skink.com.
Again, that's stank.com. Smolder those ants now, kids.
God damn it.
.com.
Put it on a t-shirt, folks.
Oh my god, I would love the T-shirt.
I'll make a logo for it.
Yeah.
Matty,
Yeah.
I think we are good on Star Wars. What do you guys think? We
I
set?
think we're. I
'Cause we
think
don't
we've
have-
said
yeah.
all that we needed to say.
Yeah,
I
we'll
just
have
have-
another
I just
episode
have-
come December.
Yeah,
Yeah.
once it comes around, we'll get you back on.
We're gonna have to talk about it.
So real fast though, I have one last question about Star Wars for both of you. Okay, and I'm throwing these questions at both of you because I don't really care. I have no investment in this right now.
Did
I
you
don't
watch
know why.
the second one? Like the one that came out?
I feel like I did ish. I don't know why. This like after everyone got so mad at the prequels, and I was like, those are pretty good. And I was like, well, I guess I don't know what I'm talking about. So I'm out, guys. You guys play with
Those
your
were
toys.
not pretty good, Tyler.
You guys, I was 7, I think. Like, I don't know how Jess is like, that is art. And I'm like, what the fuck? We were like the same age when this shit dropped.
No,
Matty,
I
I
was
understand.
referencing-
You were developed a little bit more. Your frontal lobe had time. I was a mushy baby. I was just
He's
a mushy
still
baby.
a mushy baby.
You're still mushy, baby.
Put on a t-shirt.
Mushy baby.
Mushybaby.com.
I hope that website is not 75.
How much does it cost? Look it up. Oh, guys, we are at the 2-hour mark.
Are we really?
Dang.
Yep, we are at
Did
146.
did we get to the fishbowl? Are we gonna get to
I was
fishbowl?
gonna say we're at 146, so we got
we got
15
time for
minutes left.
fishbowl.
We got time for fishbowl. So,
All right,
we
everybody,
some
we got
fishbowl
fishbowl
questions.
time. It's fishbowl time here at Hi and Hello, where we you tell us what is fishbowl?
Fishbowl right now is we just wrote a bunch of questions down, threw them into a fishbowl.
The
and
questions
now-
may or may not be good, guys.
Yeah, they may
come
or may
from
not be
Teen
good.
Vogue. Who knows?
We're gonna figure out how we're gonna play this game because I wish we would have had dice prepared or something. I feel like we have dice lying around.
We have Star Wars dice on a chain, courtesy
have-
of
We have
Matthias.
Star Wars dice on a chain.
Yeah, okay, so this is Star Wars Dice, the game that they play. No, what's it
Oh
called?
God.
Sabacc.
Aren't they
Sabacc.
hanging from the?
These are Sabacc
Falcon
dice.
rearview mirror or
these are
whatever?
These are the dice that, the dice
Yeah, the dice.
that Han hangs from
The Falcon's
the
rearview
Falcon's
mirror.
rearview mirror, whatever.
So, my last question on Star Wars, let's just get that knocked out because I said it and I feel like I have to follow through.
All right.
Is what is it going to take for you to hate this movie?
Nothing.
No, like
Oh,
what? What could
I'll
they
tell you.
do to fuck up your expectation?
Kill everyone.
So, here's how have a scene where it's very simple. Basically, have a scene where the characters do nothing but talk in a conference room at a conference table, talking about things that are going to happen.
So setting up some kind of galactic council meeting, like the whole thing takes
Basically-
place at the intergalactic, like
Basically,
UN.
if you have them rolling in the grass, if you have Rey and Kylo
Are the hills
rolling in the
alive?
grass, and Rey telling Kylo how much she hates sand, yeah, that would probably piss me
what
off.
would have to happen between
It's so
them?
coarse.
What-
And it gets everywhere.
It gets everywhere, but not like here, not like on this water planet where everything's soft,
Right,
And
Jess.
wet.
What
smooth,
would it take?
and wet.
I mean, people know I'm a fan of terrible movies, so I'm gonna fucking watch it 100 times. It doesn't matter.
Who knows that? People know.
Everyone.
Okay,
I just
I'm fucking with
referenced
you.
Batman Forever.
That's true.
Like,
No, Batman Forever's not bad. Batman and
Batnips.
Robin.
oh yeah, I just quoted Batman and Robin. Like,
Batnips.
I like the Batcave. That's still my favorite quote in that whole movie. I don't care what anyone says.
Stop playing with the paper, Matty.
Oh, sorry.
We're at the 2-hour mark. We're about to lose them.
All right.
I'm gonna ask.
So-
Feel free to reword them. I was
Okay.
given a like a overarching thing, and it wasn't really like we didn't zero in on anything.
So this is how we're going to decide it, all right, Jess?
Yeah.
Put your hand behind your back
Okay.
and hold out a number 1 through 5,
Obviously.
okay? Now, we're just going to see who chose even and who chose odd.
Okay.
All right? Go.
3, 2, 1, go.
Even.
Okay. Maddie, put your hand behind your back.
Done.
Choose even or odd, okay?
All right, I got it.
Go.
Whoa.
Oh, fuck, guys. I don't know how we're going to play this.
I don't even know what you're like. Fucking...
I don't know. I was expecting one person to go off suit.
For those keeping score at home, Tyler drew a 5. I drew a 3.
Yep. And then when I went against Jess, it was 4-2. It was chaos.
Are we adding it?
That's why I need commentary from you guys, man. Come on.
All right. Okay. So
I need you guys to play along if we're going to play these games. These fucking reindeer games.
Playing reindeer games. Oh,
isn't
that a Ben Affleck movie? No.
Ben Affleck
it is
movie.
a Ben Affleck movie.
Points if you're listening at home.
Here you go. I knew I saw one.
There we go.
Found a 50 million-sided die.
So, no, this is perfect. You're odd.
All right.
Okay?
Wait, what are
You're
we...
even.
Okay.
And
Whoever's...
the questions you guys pulled, I'm going to ask about each other.
Aww.
All right? Because it's a question about best friends. And as long as I've known you two, have known each other longer than you've known me. That's what I mean to say.
By like a couple of weeks.
Doesn't matter. You're
Not
more friends.
Yeah, like a
You're
week.
more of friends.
We're better.
Yeah. Here we go. Okay.
4.
All right. 4. So this question is for Matty about Jess.
Oh,
all right.
Okay. Who is your friend's celebrity crush?
So who is Jess's celebrity crush?
Yes.
Ooh, it varies from day to day, but I feel like
you're close enough to know somebody.
that's a fun one.
I think it's Chris Hemsworth.
Thor?
Yeah.
Out of all the Marvel superheroes, you think I like Thor? I mean, don't get me wrong, obviously, but I'm more of a brunette.
Is it Tom Hiddleston?
Absolutely not.
Damn. Oh, I thought you were about to say yes, and I
damn.
was like, throwing down the gauntlet.
No.
Is it
I feel
Tony
like,
Stark?
I feel like you're not going to guess it because it's like a. Well, he does
I
have.
love how you're going Marvel because you're not off brand.
No, you're
No.
not. You're on brand.
And just out of curiosity, why did you jump Marvel first?
because I
Fucking
feel like
playing in the patriarchy or whatever?
No.
Should we get
Yes.
you canceled?
Harvey Weinstein style.
Hey, we don't mention
Hashtag
that
Maddie's
fuck.
canceled.
We don't talk about that. Parade.
So I will give you a hint. He has multiple appearances throughout the Marvel movie, and technically a movie all about him, but he's not. It's blank and the blank, and I like the blank. If you would have watched my hand motions, you would have got it.
Blank in the blank about
So
the
it's
blank.
like,
Come on.
and he's the
Who is
brunette.
it? 5, 4.
I can't. I don't want to
3,
give it away.
2. Maddie, take a final guess.
Ant-Man?
Ew.
Good guess though. Paul Rudd's
You
sexy.
said blank
Paul
in the
Rudd's-
blank. I mean,
Yeah.
Oh,
but
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Ant-Man and the
But,
Wasp.
But I
once
said,
again, you
but I
weren't
said,
watching
I
her
like.
hand.
Oh, you weren't watching
She
my
went
hand.
up, then
'cause
she
I
went
was
down.
Like, I was like, he has a whole movie about him, but he's not the main character, and I'm a fan of the.
Oh.
So Jess, reveal so we
Reveal.
can move on.
The character is Bucky Barnes.
Oh, Bucky Barnes, you're
Sebastian
right.
Stan.
Sebastian Stan.
Captain Soldier and the Winter Soldier.
Captain
Captain
Soldier.
Soldier. Captain Soldier. Dun, 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 dun. Captain Soldier.
Soldier and the
Dun,
Winter
dun, 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 dun. Captain Soldier. I'm picturing the toy. You know what I mean? How there's the commercial for a toy called Captain Soldier. Captain Soldier sounds like a
That's
dollar
the dollar
store.
store.
It's the dollar
Captain
store version
Soldier,
of Captain
yeah.
America.
Yeah.
Captain Soldier. And like, he's got the Mexican flag on him instead. Just because my little Mexican grandma used to buy me those toys.
There's
good
a
for you.
joke that his original shield looks
Dude, she's
like
so little. She's shrinking. It's adorable.
she's tiny.
Yeah, her bones are fragile.
The bones are
Her
fragile.
bones are fragile. Okay, so Jess, this is for you to Maddie. How would Maddie spend $5,000 in an hour?
Oh, easy. He would buy tickets to either Disney and or Universal.
Is that what you jump to? Maddie, what would you do with
100%.
$5K in an hour?
5K?
You have to spend $5K.
Absolutely. He would buy an all-inclusive.
What would you do if you had to spend $5K but you weren't allowed to use
honestly,
your phone?
I would I'd pay off my credit cards
What would you do
So
if
he
you
could
had...
then buy.
so that I could then use that credit.
'Cause
What would you do if it was
rewards
cash?
points involved.
And like,
Oh, if it was cash?
yeah,
Well, I wouldn't be able. If it was cash, I wouldn't be able to buy
no
tickets
shit.
to Universal. Or,
Well, that wasn't
So
specified
yeah,
in the
yeah,
question.
that seems like a real fucking dumb question. So I guess we're not going to take questions from Indiana anymore.
you got that,
You
Indiana?
got that,
Whole
Indiana?
state
You got
is
that, Fort
canceled.
Wayne?
You got that, Gary? No, I shouldn't call out Gary. That's probably a rough one to fucking jump to. Let's go, Evansville.
Yeah, you got
You
that.
fucking southern fucks. No, I'm just kidding. Oh man, we can't tour Indy now.
Man,
That
we love
sucks.
Evansville. Get out of here.
Let's hope this episode is just
They
still
have a
early
Space
enough
Needle
to be
there?
great.
Listen, this episode was brought to you by Evansville.
In
Oh.
part by. And their Space
who
Needle.
makes the sausages?
Stank is based
Is that
out of
Evansville sausage?
Yeah, Stank
Is that where that's from? Evansville sausage? Isn't that a thing?
I have no idea.
I don't think that
Like
is.
breakfast, like Bob Evans?
You mean like Johnsonville?
Bob Evans.
That's Bob Evans.
Johnsonville?
Oh my
Bob
God.
Evans.
You mean the Bob Evans, the road,
Evansville's named after Bob
the
Evans.
road stop restaurant?
Is that what it is? Don't they make like
Yeah, Bob
take home
Evans
shit?
is like an interstate, like highway road
Yeah,
stop.
but who makes the
restaurant.
frozen sausage?
I don't know.
Jimmy
We all do.
Dean.
Jimmy
We
Dean,
Jimmy Dean, that motherfucker.
Nothing to do.
Johnsonville.
Yeah, Johnson, dude, I'm so fucking lost in the breakfast food industry name game. I need to
nailed
go
it.
to a Target and fucking get my knowledge straight. Matty,
Yeah.
what? I love how I just fucking right back into it.
Oh yeah.
So professional. What tattoo would you pick for Jess?
Oh.
And in theory, I have to look at it. And me.
Can I just get Maddie's face tattooed?
Dude, if you got Maddie's face tattoo on you somewhere, and we could get the fucking listeners to, the little stoners to listen and to pay for it, that'd be amazing. We could probably get that to happen in like 2 years, dude.
in like 2 to 5 years, we could probably get a
now.
tattoo.
Laugh now. It's okay.
If your hair is not perfectly coiffed in the tattoo, I'll be very upset.
Yeah.
Jimmy Neutron style.
Don't let the listener know what you look like.
Let's see.
Even though you're on the
A
TikTok.
tattoo.
Even
You know,
though
I'm on
you're
TikTok.
TikTok.
I'm on TikTok.
You're
That
on
was my first
You
talk.
can put that. Was it? You
Yeah,
can put
man.
that on your fucking resumes forever.
Yeah, man. Okay, so tattoo that Jess would get.
That you get to pick out.
That I get to pick out.
I assume based on your knowledge of me and or our friendship.
I would say. Oh, this is a good question. This is good.
If this
because
could be
because it could
turned
be a
on
number
me?
of things. Because I know that you're a fan of pop culture, but you
Little
also
Smurf
like
right above the bush.
What'd you say?
I said a little Smurf right above the bush
Oh,
Absolutely
God.
not.
with a fucking lawnmower.
Absolutely not.
Oh God.
It's all right.
Canceled.
Canceled. Maddie's canceled.
I'm not. Hey, I didn't say it.
Tyler's canceled.
Your
I'm
husband said
fine.
that, not
Yeah,
me. I just.
she's
hey,
my wife.
That's
No, I'm
couch
just kidding.
sleeping.
I just
material.
married
Couch
you
sleeping
guys.
material.
Yeah.
That is weird. Like legally, you binded us to where if one of us
does that make
wants
you
to
feel,
leave
Paul?
each other, it's gonna be a lot of money, and it's all your fault. That's beautiful, though. I'm really
Thanks,
glad
Matty.
you agreed doing it.
You're welcome.
He's regretting it.
You're welcome.
I guess.
It was a
Question
beautiful
mark.
day.
What's my next tattoo,
So what's
Maddie?
All right,
next
your
tattoo?
next tattoo. Well, that would require me having a knowledge of your tattoos currently.
I have 4.
I know that you have a Chicago tattoo,
Yep.
the Chicago flag, but I don't recall your other tattoos.
I have the sunflower on the side,
Okay.
the Harry Potter stars.
Yes, the Harry Potter stars in your wrist.
And then I have and then I have a happy little candy corn that I named
cute
Acorn.
little candy corn with a little heart next to it,
Yeah.
saying "I love you" or
I love candy corn, which I do, which people don't like me for apparently.
Yeah, because candy corn.
Shut the fuck up.
Disgusting.
Right? But
Candy
it's
corn is
adorable.
disgusting
Honey,
candy.
I can't. I
But
love
that
it.
that
I
makes
mean,
you.
listen.
It's the perfect snack
If the
to be
viewers-
alive on you.
Yes.
That's not like delicious.
If the viewers at home could have seen this tattoo, it is the most adorable little candy corn. It is. It's totally cute, but god
Head
damn
over to our
if it's not
Instagram.
disgusting.
Hi, I'm Noah Pod
Candy
on
corns are disgusting. All right, so
As I just kick you in the
yeah,
face.
kick me in the face. All right, I would say
Something gross, something Chicago, something borrowed, and something blue. Right? Isn't that
Wow,
what
you
it
just
is?
described all of my tattoos like that.
Something.
Couch sleeping.
On the couch.
Couch sleeping.
I'm gonna go.
Which keep in mind, like the rest of my canvas from the neck down is acceptable.
I'm gonna go. Tony Stark's arc light
Where?
I don't know.
Why are you gravitating all towards Marvel?
Because here's the deal.
Yeah, where?
I
I need
Where
this.
am I getting
no.
the
You're
arc
putting an arc
reactor?
light
the
somewhere.
arc reactor.
Where are you putting an arc?
Where do I feel like there's only one acceptable
Like
spot
around
for
her
an...
belly button.
You'd be a little sexy Marvel like a Care
Absolutely
Bear.
not.
You just have it on your ass and be on your stomach. That's adorable.
Around her belly button.
Yeah, dude, if you got the arc reactor on your belly button, you'd be on crack.com forever. Like, you would be on some sketchy sites.
No, I was
You'd be
thinking...
Be on stink.com.
Oh my God. What if that's
I
what it was?
was-
We finally buy it and we just put that picture up one day? Like, just had to get the tattoo with the rest of the money?
I was thinking of something like... For, like, me and you. Do you remember that drunk conversation we had at that one bar next to the Globe? Where we were like...
Next to the Globe.
I don't know. Were we
Globe.
at the Globe?
Where's the Globe?
The pub. The Globe pub off of Irving.
Off Irving Park?
Yeah, where did we go? We had drinks that one night and we got exceptionally drunk.
There's a bar called the Globe?
Never
Yeah, it's a
heard
soccer
of
bar.
It's a what?
it. It's a
Yeah, then we
soccer
didn't go
bar.
there. Okay, that's a different person.
What
That
the
wasn't me.
fuck?
But no, you and I got exceedingly
If
drunk.
you're listening to this and you've been to the Globe soccer bar and you remember this little,
Text
little
us,
thing across
send
the
us a
table.
message at stink.com.
you possibly
Send us a
drink one of
form
those
fill.
towers with her.
Yeah.
No, me
Back
and
in
you
your-
were
this is back in your
exceptionally
tower
drunk, and
days.
we talked about. I was like, Maddie, what would it take for you to get a tattoo?
Yes, we did have this conversation.
Thank
I
you.
do remember. Yes.
And you
I
said
don't remember what
something-
I said though.
You said something to the effect of Vagabond Heart lyrics.
Yes, you're right. Yes. Okay, so here's
And
what
I'm
here's what
very
it would be.
upset that you said arc reactor around my belly button.
It was a joke. Hey,
I don't
come
know
on.
if that
I mean,
was
that
a
was
joke.
that was
You
a
look
joke.
pretty
The
Which
serious.
was
slip with the
which was a
lawnmower
good
was
joke.
joke.
that was a good joke.
That was a decent
I'm
joke.
sorry. That was decent.
I've seen that on people.
It made all of us laugh.
Oh.
But yes,
Hey, real
no,
quick,
Two-thirds
before
of us
you
laughed.
guys go and actually get some redemption with like your makeup answer, because you already said what you were going to say. I just want to point out that from looking at where we were, and then I said, oh, we can just do these 3 questions and wrap it up. We hit the 2-hour mark right when you
We're
were like,
almost done.
this is what I wanted to do. So boom, I'm just saying, the perception of time on how long it would take to get these answered and fucking wrapped up with, that's pretty magical.
Well,
That's like
listen, we're fun individuals.
I'm just saying that's
We
like
are.
otherrealmly predicting. Like that's I might be Doctor Strange. Like that was.
I mean, you were controlling Maddie from the other room.
Oh my God, do you remember that? Like that was like 45 minutes ago.
You just had Tyler inside you mentally.
Twice.
Oh, really?
But like
Twice in the same
inside
episode.
me?
but like
Inside me?
mentally.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. Now I remember.
You guys are sharing a moment. I feel like I should leave.
I'm gonna keep that now. I remember, and I'm gonna start saying random stories. Like Maddie, you remember that? And you're like, oh yeah, sure. Now I remember, and I'm just gonna make a whole
Yeah.
episode of really.
Oh,
fun
yeah,
stories.
sure, now
And
I
then-
remember.
And then you remember them. This is gonna be
no,
fun.
we already agreed that
Yeah.
we would get
So I got Vagabond Heart lyrics somewhere upon my person,
mhm.
and then if I picked for you, I got the outline of the purple lines. Do you remember when you're on the CTA map and it's the shape of the purple line, the
yes,
route that it takes?
yeah, you were gonna get the
That's
purple
what I
line.
get in honor of you.
You were gonna get the purple. So the discussion that we had was if one of us died,
Whoever dies first, the
whoever
other
dies first, the other person has to get a tattoo
in their remembrance.
in their remembrance. And yours would have been the purple line.
Yeah.
Where the road goes. We gotta be careful. We might
Yeah,
get
this
sued.
is-
Yeah.
y'all paying a lot for this book.
Um,
so
Sail away, sail away. sail
Shut up,
away.
Maddie.
it's gonna get
You
demonetized.
you were gonna get the route of the purple line.
Yeah, the route of the
on
purple
Chicago,
line.
on the
CTA
Chicago
map.
Purple Line because for people listening at home, Jess and I one day after work, we decided to get on the Purple Line, heading home, and we were chatting. We're having a good time. And we
Similar to
decided to
this.
stay on the Purple Line and take the Purple Line all the way around the loop and go all the way back up to Evanston.
and then we just got a pint and
We
waited
just-
for it
yeah,
all
we-
to blow
we-
over.
Yeah, we got a pint in Evanston, and then we officially headed back home.
Yeah.
Riveting. That's the story of why you wanted to
but
get a
it's
tattoo.
so-
But it was a fun
The
night.
end.
Listen,
It
we,
was, and
we still talk about that night.
You guys realize, so somebody listening to this, you're like, one time we got off work and we went and had a pint, and then we
got
took
on
the
a train. And then we stayed on the train.
We did our commute, and that's pretty much it. And now you're like, and now a tattoo. But no, you wanted to do an arc reactor over the belly button.
Wow.
No.
Folks, this has been another episode of Hi and Hello. Don't forget to head on over to stank.com. Maddie, give one more.
Smolder those ants now kids.com.
STANTK. There's no D. D.
Stank?
Stank D. Stank. No, fuck. How do you do that?
Is that what-
Stank.
Stonk.
Is that what you're naming your child?
Stonk crick.
Dude, that,
Oh,
yeah.
you just put your whole
That's
name out
tasty.
there.
That fucking rocks,
That
dude.
sounds like the Dollar General version of Tony Stark. Is Stonked Creek.
Stonk crick.
Oh, Jesus. Hi and hello, everybody.
and hello,
Lighters up. Put that shit down and go to bed, kids. Thank you all for tuning in, talking about Joe Russo, talking about Kevin Smith, talking about Star Wars, talking about all the fun fucking times we had. To get your question into the fishbowl, you can contact us on Facebook, on TikTok now, apparently. You can also hit us up on Instagram or email us direct at hiandhello@gmail.com. Follow us on all that bullshit. Guys, I think we did it. What do you think? Are we locked in?
Apparently,
I
I'm getting
feel
an
locked
arc
in.
reactor tattoo at some point.
Once again, 2 years down the road. Just
There's
mark
enough
the date.
crowdfunding.
It's November 4th.
Yeah.
If November 4th, if we're all still alive in, 2021? Just get it. Don't be scared. That's all on you,
I was
Jess.
scared.
That is all on
I just
you.
said it has to be
And if
crowdfunded.
the listeners catch on and they're like, "Oh, we love who you are as a personality and just like
They
your
don't.
opinions and how you tell your husband to get fucked and like how
Oh, they
your
can get
friend
behind
Matty
that.
is cool," and like they'll tell the same to you, Matty. But then eventually they're gonna build up a callus where they're like, "But what the fuck? Like you said,
This bitch's arc
2
reactor.
years you were gonna get an arc reactor. It's fine. It goes into that mode. It's cool." But it was a fun episode.
This was
Thank
fun.
you guys very much, Matty.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure.
Always a pleasure.
Wifey,
I don't really want to shake your hand.
I'll
Okay.
catch you soon. All right, folks. Have a
You
good
guys
one.
live together. I'll catch you soon. You guys live together.
He's sleeping on the couch. Did you not
sleeping
hear?
on
Oh,
the
yeah,
couch.
that's right.
Those
I'll
are
catch you
the
soon. I
lawnmower.
gotta go sleep at my mom and
Matty's
dad's
got to
house.
go fucking rinse the contact high off his face. So, all right. Till next time, kids. Later.
Oh, bye.
Yeah,
I
you
didn't
wanna-
know I didn't know that was my.
That's just rude, man. They sat and
What?
listened to you the whole time. You're not even
I'm
going to say
sorry,
goodbye
guys.
to them?
Listen. Bye. And listen, don't forget, smolder those ants now, kids. Okay?
Bye, guys.
Later, kids.
Thank you so much for sticking around to the end, folks. That was another episode of Hi and Hello. I'm Tyler, as always. You can follow me on all social medias at TylerYoung773 on Instagram, Tyler Young on Facebook. You can find me off the Hi and Hello page. My buddy Matty, thank you again for swinging in. Jess as well. We're going to be doing a new podcast every week together. We're going to sit down, talk all kinds of bullshit. Hopefully you guys join us. We would love that so much. Also with our fishbowl for the last time, just a quick heads up, and I'm sure I'm going to say it every episode, so I shouldn't say last time. We have a new fishbowl where you can submit questions, you can send us a story, or you can submit your question to our email address, hiandhellopodcast@gmail.com, or you can hit us up on Instagram, Hi and Hello Podcast, same on Facebook. And apparently we have a TikTok now, so you can hit us up there as well. Every question that you submit to us, we'll put your name down, we'll put your handle, whatever you prefer, and we'll throw it into our fishbowl. At the end of each episode, we're going to pull out a couple questions. If your question gets picked, we're going to give you a fan shout-outs and all kinds of good stuff like that. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. We'll see you next week, all right? Be kind, be safe, be good to each other. Later.
Oh, señorita, llama a la policía. Bebida o tequila, locura y alegría. Oh, señorita, policía, wunderbar.